Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM for this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hello, my name is Macy, and I'll be playing Aldora.
Hello, I am Fighter, and I'll be playing Andrak.
Hello, my name is Becca, and I play Kiriki.
Hey, I'm Kevin, and I also play Malachi.
With all the hype going around, despite what I like and what I don't like, I thought it would be a good time to do a quiz that is leading up to something to help your knowledge and memory. And this would be a quiz over the Dragon Age series leading up to Velgard. So
Fucking finally, something I can actually know. Thank you, Todd.
I know. Poor
haven't
Dylan and Macy.
Macy's actually played Dragon Age.
Not a
Dylan?
ton, but I played a small amount. Dylan hasn't played any Dragon Age.
I know, that's why I'm going to do this real quick. Dylan, if you get the most right, I will give you inspiration and a free stat roll. How's that sound?
Damn.
I mean, I'm gonna get all of these wrong, so...
You say that, but you're a fucking weirdo when it comes to guessing shit.
People don't agree with that. I was horrible at Kahoot when I didn't know what was going on.
Moving on. So
Deleted.
I think I didn't look too far into it because sometimes I like being surprised by this, but I think it goes from game to game to game in sequence. So it starts with Dragon Age Origins, I think, and then goes from there. So keep that in mind as we go throughout this, and you guys either do a good job or you don't. Macy, are you ready to win?
Hell no.
Great. Which of these is not a possible origin type in Dragon Age Origins? A city elf, a dwarf commoner, a circle mage, or common or human commoner?
Dwarf commoner?
Sure. I won't actually know till the end, so we're going to find out together. Dylan, what is the name of Cassandra's favorite book written by Varric? Is it
Who
Hard
the
and
fuck
High-
is Cassandra?
Is it Hard and Hightown, Swords and Shields, A Warrior's Romance, or The Viper's Nest?
Those are books?
Those are books.
Are they? Todd, have
Yes.
you played Dragon Age?
I have.
You know what? I like the sound of that. Swords and Shield. Just
Really?
because sounds fun.
I'm
Hard in Hightown, it sounds like a porn book.
I have no idea what the answer is there. I just like Hard and Hightown. Like, I just thought that was funny.
What's great is
Warrior's
Hard and
Romance.
Hightown is what he's actually famous for in the games, which is really funny.
The Viper's Nest sounds like a crime-based book. A Warrior's Romance sounds like a, romance book. But Hard in Hightown is 100% a porn book.
Mm-hmm. Becca. Marrow was transferred to which Dalish tribe on the outskirts of Kirkwall? Was it... Ooh, fuck. Lavellan? Sabre? Ghislaine? Or Alarion?
Sabre.
Okay. That is 100% probably right. I have no idea. Kevin,
Yeah.
what are Quinari that abandon the Quan known as?
It's Kuhn.
Hune known as.
Go on.
Oh, fuck. This is going to be
there-
so bad. Hold on.
I have the answer. You want me to just tell it as it is, or do you want to post them so I can pronounce them for you?
You know what? I'm going to post them so you can pronounce them for me so that these other people are like, that sounds right. And then you drop the answer and they're like, that's not what I thought. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So the answers on the quiz are Tamasaran, Talvashoth, Cerebas, and Ben Hasrath. The answer is Talvashoth.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive, Todd.
All right, I believe you.
You could not have picked a more my wheelhouse quiz.
It's bad because I can tell you what the rest of those are.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
extensively.
So,
Macy-
which one's the robots from Mass Effect?
None of them.
I
Those are the
know.
Geth. You're thinking of the Geth, my man.
I like those. Macy, you have an easy answer. How
Mhm.
many permanent companions in this series, excluding Awakening and Mark of the Assassin, are DC only? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Dude, this isn't an easy answer to me because I don't fucking know anything.
What does DC only mean?
I think it means DLC only.
Oh,
Did I say DC only?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Is this
I'm
a
blaming
crossover
Becca
episode?
somehow. I don't know.
2?
Excluding Awakening.
2? For sure, that's right.
Hmm.
Dylan,
Oh no.
a side quest in the hinterlands sees you guide which type of lost animal home? Is it a Hala, a Nug, a Drafalo, or a Mabari? Mabari?
Mobari.
Mobari. But it's not an O, it's an A.
A what and a who?
I have no fucking idea. I don't remember this at all. I either didn't do it or didn't read it.
That's not real animals.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, this is not a real life thing. This is a game. I don't know if you know that or not.
I like the funny word of nug.
I was thinking about that one too. What you got there? A little Doug.
I mean, a holla's pretty fine. It's like, what you doing? Holla!
Accurate. Okay. Becca, I'm not posting anything. I'm just going to ask you.
Okay.
What is the name of Alistair's mother?
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna read the answers, or you just want me to say it?
I want you to say it.
It's Fiona.
Oh my god. How did you know that? Jesus.
I read the books.
Ugh. Okay,
There's
for the rest of you non-nerds, the options are Goldana, some lady with a C name, Calpurnia.
Calpurnia.
Thank you. Isolde and Fiona.
Could also tell you who each of those characters are.
Same.
Jesus. Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Hold on. I need you to pronounce this name for me.
Okay. This quiz is more torture for you than it is for us. I don't know.
Kevin, which of these is not an alternate name for
Ben Harrell.
the Dreadwolf? The Bringer of Nightmares, Lord of Tricksters, the Fade Walker, or the Roamer of the Beyond?
Which of these is not an alternate name is the Bringer of Nightmares.
Bringer of Nightmares.
The Fade Walker sounds like a fucking brain rot thing going on.
That sounds like a really cool title, like the Fade Walker. That just sounds good. Like, that's a good one.
He's very good at it.
Macy, pop quiz. Which of these characters has never lived in Taventer? Fenris, Krem, Cole, or Capernia? What was it again?
Calpurnia.
Boom, that one.
I don't know. Cole?
Yeah, that doesn't really fit there. That seems kind of like a normal name.
How did Ninjago get into this? The Earth Ninjas in Fever tier?
What?
I'm making a joke.
Oh.
The dwarf noble warden belongs to which family? Braska, Harrowmont, Salic, or a Duncan?
I Dukin.
A Duncan. Oh yeah, I forgot to crop it. Hang on.
Hey, Duncan? Sorry. He's a donut lord, you know?
I like a Duncan though better. A Duncan.
You know what, Todd? Just because I also think it should be Hadouken, I'll go with that.
Is that which way we'll go with?
I'm going with that one because Hadouken.
Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot be serious.
Dylan's
Yeah.
gonna end up winning,
No, no,
and it's gonna
No.
be the best thing.
not
ever.
with these two fucking encyclopedias of Dragon Age. When's the thing I'm an encyclopedia on coming back up?
Zone de Erotica's quiz is next week.
Oh.
Becca! The Inquisitor first encounters Iron Bull in which Inquisition region? The Storm Coast, the Hinterlands, Crestwood, or the Followmire?
It's the Storm Coast.
I don't believe you.
I forgot. I was trying to remember what Crestwood was, but it's the Storm Coast.
See? It's okay, Dylan. Everybody gets stumped somewhere. Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
what is the capital of Ferelden?
The capital of Ferelden.
Yeah. Is it Redcliffe, Denerim, Lothering, or Haven?
Did a good job on that one, Todd. It's Denerim.
I too like denim clothing.
What's funny is that it's the one you pronounced Lothering is actually Lothering, but it has been pronounced Lothering by some characters in the game.
There's no accent on it. I'm pronouncing it according to the English language. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least it's not Lothering Kevin.
Yeah.
No, it could be pronounced Lothering because the word low is with that same.
The
Hello,
E in the
Kevin.
word actually should technically make the O say its name, so it should be Lothering, if we follow English as it should be.
But there's no E.
Yeah, but this is Dragon Age. Do they follow English as it should be?
Oh, wait. Hey, wait.
Most
What's the
of them, yeah.
capital?
It's Denerim. I already
Oh.
said that.
Oh, I didn't know if... Okay. My bad. I didn't know that was your answer.
That's why Dylan made a denim joke.
Did we already do Becca? Fuck, we did. Ooh, Macy. Good luck,
Yeah.
girl. You got this.
No.
Tim Curry voices which Origins character?
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude.
Is
Do
it...
you know who Tim Curry is?
That's a good question. While you think about it, I'm going to go ahead and read these off. Arl Eamon, Rendon Howe, First Enchanter Irving, or Duncan?
Brendan Howe?
That seems like a good one, yeah. Is that
It
right?
sounds like something Tim Curry would voice.
I have a feeling I didn't get it, but yeah.
Either of y'all know.
Yeah, it's Rendon Howe. You did a good job.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey.
I didn't know if y'all know because it's not in your books. Ha, reader.
He actually is in books.
Nerds.
Is it really?
Mhm.
God damn it. Dylan,
Oh God.
which of these is not the name of a tavern found in the series? The Hanged Man, Harold's Rest, Gull and Lantern, or the Three Arrows? I think I know which one it is.
Tavern names?
Yes, sir.
Three Arrows?
I actually agree with you.
Just sounds like a silly name for a tavern.
Is that
Gold
right, y'all?
Lantern.
That's right. You should honestly hear the tavern names I come up with in my games. Three Arrows is not that bad of a tavern.
Well,
name.
yeah, but like Goal and Lantern, it's like, okay, you have a bird, so it's a symbol. You got that, and Lantern is typically associated with like warmth and light. Harold's Rest, that sounds like a tavern, and the Hanged Man, I've heard grim dark places called that.
Mm.
Becca.
Yeah.
In Trespasser, which of these romance options can get married to the Inquisitor? Cassandra, Josephine, Sarah, or Blackwall?
It's Sarah.
Sarah, you dirty bitch.
And then also Cullen. Those are the only two, right?
Yeah, those are the only two who can actually marry the Inquisitor, at least in just Trespasser.
In Trespasser, yeah.
Yeah.
Ironic that it's called Trespasser, just for the record. Kevin, let me ask you a question.
Ask me as many as you want.
What is the name of Hawk's uncle? Gilslane, Godwin, Gamlin, or Garrod?
Gamlin.
Is that right?
Gamlin.
That's a silly name.
Yeah, what a weirdo. Can't trust him
He's
in a
prob-
poker game.
His nickname is Gam Gam.
You really can't.
It's like his whole character arc is that
Yeah.
he can't be trusted in a
See, it's in
poker
his
game.
name. What a fool.
That's just good writing.
Macy. Pop quiz. In Dragon Age 2, Bartrand keeps a red lyrium idol found in which dwarven thing? Is it the primal thing?
Tig.
Fuck, what?
Tig.
Tig?
Sorry.
That doesn't look like the word tig at all. That's weird.
It's the word Tig.
Okay, fine. The primal tig, the primeval tig, the primordial tig, or the primitive tag? Wow,
Primordial?
for sure.
Tigers
Was that right?
are pretty.
Dylan, I just
Oh,
yeah. So, Anders' cat in Awakening, Sir Pounce-a-Lot, is which color? That's the good one. Black, gray, white, or ginger?
I just want to appreciate Sir Pounce-a-Lot as a cat.
He was a good cat.
He sounds like a great cat.
No cat is a good cat.
No, that's a great name, Sir. Oh, it's Sir Pounce-a-Lot.
Sorry.
It's just how
That's
they say
even-
"sir" in those games. Yeah, it's
That's even funnier because that is technically a forename. I'm going based off of how I would view, like a black cat's gonna get some like twisted name. Let's remind ourselves of what H.P. Lovecraft named his cat. I'm not gonna say it. Can't say it. Gray is normally ash. Ginger. What the fuck?
like red.
Is that so? Like an orange cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being an orange cat. I can't see it being a white cat. They normally have like flowy names.
All right, so we're going with ginger.
Yeah,
All right, we're selecting the ginger.
because I'm thinking of short one's orange cat and my orange cat, and they both have kind of goofy names.
All right, that seems fair enough. Becca, I don't know if
Yeah.
I need to read off the options here, but what is Scout Harding's first name?
Lace.
Holy fuck, not even a hesitation on that. The options are petal, lace, silk, or tulip. I'm going to assume lace is right just because, damn.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Hmm.
which of these is not a type of high dragon found in Inquisition? Is it, Feralden Frostback, Sandy Howler, Western Abyssal, or Highland Ravager?
What was the second one? The Sandy Howler.
Yeah, that sounds like a guilty one for sure. Oh. Good news, guys. Got a 75. Okay, so now I can go over the answers and see what we got here. Okay. Where's my names? Actually, I can do this off air. Oh, no, I gotta... Fuck, never mind. I gotta have the scores. Alright, Macy, you did not get Dwarf Commoner. Dylan, you did get Swords and whatever the fuck that was.
I
Okay.
really did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So everybody got their first one except for Macy. Don't feel bad, Macy. That was a good guess. Probably, I don't know.
I was trying to not,
Yes, no.
like,
Yes, no.
I was trying to think it that wasn't so simple.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, only 2 people got the second round of questions right.
and that was
Kevin
probably
got his
Becca.
wrong.
Wait. Oh shit.
It was the Fade Walker. The one we talked about a whole bunch was the answer. Ah, it's funny. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Everybody got the third round of questions correct.
There's 5 rounds. What?
Yes, 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 yes. Everybody got their fourth round of questions correct. Damn, Dylan.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah.
I didn't lose every single fucking one.
No. No.
I thought you lost
Yes.
the second one.
Yes. No. So Dylan pulled ahead in whatever round this is, the last round. So where was it? Dylan got Ginger correct. And then Kevin is not Sandy Howler, it was Western Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
So Becca won. However, Dylan, you were second, and then Macy and Kevin were tied for third.
Um,
That is
How?
weird. I didn't see that coming. Man, we should have placed some bets on this shit.
I live and breathe this series.
That's fair. Okay, it's fine.
Was Nug the answer?
No, it was Druffalo.
Oh,
I forgot where that was.
There was it stumped me a little bit because there's actually 2 quests similar to that in the hinterlands. There's a demonic lamb, but you don't guide it back. You basically tell it to go home.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, then
Why
there's that
wasn't it
shitty
Nug?
Gruffalo quest. Nugs are great.
What is it? What is a nug? Give
Hold
me
on,
a
I'll show
picture
you.
of a nug.
I'll
I
show you. Let me
cannot
see.
believe how this went. Anyways, okay. So, Becca won. Shocker. She gets inspiration. She probably already has it. That's fine. But Dylan, I want you to have inspiration just because of how well you did, despite never playing this fucking series.
That's fair.
Kevin, if you have it, throw it away. Anyways, we will see you guys in a minute.
Hello, my name is Kevin, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
After the Olympian heroes freed over 70 men and women, the heroes led the starved captives around the mountains, west, north, and then east again, to a large city called Sinpeg. The city itself was left in ruin, but the provisions and storage under the city were intact. The heroes found plenty of supplies. Malachi found out nothing of his fate has changed. Kiriki was feeling hunger. Aldora felt a bit helpless because of the people suffering around her, but Andrak seemed more determined to fight back. After sufficient rest, the party stepped out to use a demonic scroll that they had found. Kiriki, foolishly or bravely, used her own blood on the scroll. After a bit of waiting, a sightless and faceless demon lowered a basket beside Kiriki. She got in, and he took flight, carrying her over mountains and over land to a cave entrance. The purpose of this entrance was left to be determined. There was a pile of bodies outside and 3 demons, but also a symbol of Hades. She was able to figure out that this was a temple of Hades. She picked a good spot to port to, went back to the party, and then teleported them back to the temple. They beat the demons, but not before Ethan took a big and shocking hit from a spear that emitted lightning. After going inside and taking a right and going to a room to the right, the party came to a sacrificial chamber to Hades. Malachi found a golden mask and remembered his teachings and put it on. Whether it was the influence of the demons or some other influence, the mask did not work as intended, and Malachi and company were sent somewhere and sometime else. They found themselves in the city of Bassino, where everyone knows their names. Kiriki remembered the name, a town that was killed off by poison a long time ago. The heroes are recognized as a patrol of justice for the town and decide to try to solve the poisoning problem. Malachi is pretty drunk. He has advantage on charisma checks, disadvantage on intelligence or wisdom checks, but he feels warm, relaxed, and pretty happy. He also gets to enjoy oat bread, vocally, which, if you listen to the last episode, I boosted the sound up a little bit, so enjoy that ASMR. The heroes start up again while approaching the temple of Artemis. This temple is pretty big. A lot of temples of the gods are made to be the largest buildings in every city. That is 100% on purpose. The front of it measures roughly 135 feet across, and it goes back to be about 140 to 150 feet long. Out in front of it, there is a statue of Artemis on a pedestal. She's on one knee, she has a bow in front of her drawn, and on either side of her are hounds. Behind that statue are stairs leading up to columns that go inside this temple. And above the columns, just below the roof, there are depictions of some of the heroes and strong huntresses of Artemis. You see marble stairs, marble stone. It's roughly 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you guys want to do?
Short Drac will lead the charge. He'll go into the temple.
So, when you go inside, you are greeted by women just inside, They have spears in their hands or have a sword on their side with a bow in their hand. Most every woman here is younger looking, probably between the age of 16 and 30. No one older. As you go inside, to the right, roughly 15 to 20 feet away, is a round marble platform with stairs leading up to the center of it. And you can see two women up there who are cutting the throat very slowly of a deer. And it looks like one of them is praying while the other one does it. But they're both wearing like a leather armor while they do it, and they both have bows on their back. Just beyond that, to the right wall, there are targets and an open space before you get to benches. And these benches are wooden, not a lot of effort put into them, but they look very natural, very nature-made. Like, they weren't made to look glorious or anything like that. And that is more of in the middle of this very large room. You can see a room with casks ahead and to the right. To the left wall, what you see is a small room with double doors facing in towards the temple. So the double doors are not facing you. You would have to go to another wall of this room that's in the corner of the temple to actually see and be in front of the doors. And then there is a large room coming out of the wall. A little further than that, you can see a single door, but the room itself comes out about 30 feet, and then it goes down about 70 feet before it curves off to the left, and you just can't see it yet. And then about 100 feet in front of you, more like 80, is where the benches start, and there's columns all over this place, about every 15 feet. And then on the very opposite side of the wall of these entrance doors, you can see an altar with torches on either side of it, and there is a younger looking lady down there. Dora and Andrak, y'all would see that she doesn't look human. At least, not mostly. You can see something different about her. Adora, what's your passive again?
My passive is 19.
Okay, I'll say you can see from here, 140 feet away, the hint of antlers coming out of her head. But you see roughly 20 women in here, armed.
Damn.
No men work here though. Only women.
Are they like minding their own business, or do they look at like Andrak at all?
Well, they look at all of you because you have entered, but they don't look at him with disdain or anything because he's a man. They just look at all of you. So, are you asking that because he's a man?
Yeah, because I know, if I'm remembering right, the followers of Artemis really don't care for men, typically. If I'm remembering correctly.
They don't hate them. They just don't favor them, if that makes sense. So they're not like, fuck Andrak. But they're not like, oh, come enjoy a meal with me, strong, beefy man. Sorry, that was me.
Okay.
Actually, Aldora.
Yeah?
Do you want to roll a religion or history? Actually, anybody who wants to. Just so that y'all can contribute to this knowledge or conversation as you see fit.
A religion?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, not that great.
Ooh boy.
What'd you get, Andrak?
19.
Nice. Aldora?
Surprisingly enough, Andrak got higher. I got 13.
Alright. Anybody else?
Kiriki rolled a natural 20 for a 28.
Hi.
Well, alright. So I guess I'll go from the bottom of the top. Aldora. You know that they don't really favor men, but they don't hate them. They're just kind of like, okay. Andrak, you know that they favor the animals, the wild, and women more than anything. So as long as you stay away from like offending those subjects, you should be okay. And I wouldn't go anywhere you're uninvited. You know that they spend a lot of time training their women to be the badass of the badass. Kiriki, I'm gonna volunteer some shit, and then you can tell me if you want to know more. You know that every woman in here is well over the age of what they look like. Any woman who dedicates herself and stays dedicated to Artemis is granted eternal youth and is almost immortal. And that's why they're considered badass, is because their training does not reflect their age. Like, they may look 20, but they've been training for about 60 years. So it's easy to say that the women around you are old, or older than the people in this town, probably. They take sacrifices and the killing of animals very seriously. So you think the ritual they're doing on that platform could last at least an hour, especially if they're just now cutting the throat of it. You know that a lot of times the head, what's called huntress, of the temple is usually not human. It's normally a nymph of some kind. But since you have ship perception, I'll just say that whenever you get there, you'll know she is a nymph. And she was probably asked to be here by Artemis. And then nymphs kind of just come and go. But usually the head is a nymph of some kind. Now, what do you want to know?
What do they normally train in? Is it specifically bows, or they train in more types of combat? Would they be as trained as somebody like as a follower of like Athena or Ares?
Not as trained, but trained. So they train mainly in bow, but they do train in spear and sword. Like, not long sword, because, you know, they're shorter than most men. So, but they are pretty badass with short swords or spears, but especially the bow. And it's just age and practice that makes them good with the spear and sword.
Is there an offering place, like anywhere that accepts offerings, like a bowl or a dish?
There's the altar at the end of the room, where people will often put things that they are offering. If they offer an animal, it's taken more seriously, and that's what the platform is for.
Okay.
Can we
Are
see
they
the
currently-
animal?
I'm sorry?
I was gonna say if we could see the animal, like what
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, it's a deer.
Mhm.
You can see it's only about 20 feet from you.
Okay.
So the platform at the end, it's currently being used by this deer for its
Well,
ritual.
Yeah, so the platform is, as you come in the door, to your right, about 15, 20 feet. So it's not at the end. The altar's at the end.
Okay, so the altar's not being used currently.
No.
Okay.
Just the weird lady is standing by it.
Andrak is going to the altar.
Okay. You walk across. It's fairly empty in here, so you can hear the clacking of your sandals as you walk across this really clean marble floor. And the women watch you, but not with disdain, just with kind of a neutral look. But they will smile at Aldora and Kiriki and offer nods of respect. Malachi, same thing as Andrak. They just kind of look at you. No waves from them. If you acknowledge them, they will acknowledge you back out of respect and politeness, but that's about it.
You mentioned before, we do have coinage, right?
No,
No? Shit.
you have empty pockets,
That's why we had to give an IOU to the tavern guy.
which he will never get, because he'll die of poison.
The strange lady's at the altar. So, Andrak, he's going to make sure Aldora is in tow with him because he knows from experience that they appreciate the woman more.
Huh?
And so, Aldora being the most womanly woman in this group, while also being a badass warrior, is probably going to be more revered, easier to get information from if she's with him.
Yeah. And I feel like that wouldn't offend Kiriki at all either.
Kiriki's spooky.
I like to think that Kiriki is very androgynistic looking.
Mhm.
I mean, isn't that kind of her whole thing?
Mhm.
She has shorter hair.
She's been described as being very pretty, though.
Yeah, when she doesn't have her wooden, creepy horror movie
She-
mask on.
But
How
she
I'm
doesn't
seeing
at this
it
point.
is like they're all women warrior, and Eldora would probably look more warrior-esque than Kiriki because Kiriki doesn't wear like a buttload of armor and
Actually, if
Heavy
you
weapons and
recall,
stuff.
none of you are wearing.
Our
Armor.
normal gear.
Shit, that's
Yeah,
right.
we all look
Never
different,
mind.
but also similar.
We
Yeah.
look different but the same. Andrak is short right now.
I
Yes.
agree that
Star Trek.
Aldora should speak because we also know that Kiriki has no manners.
That was gonna be my input. Is like
Yeah.
Aldora is the more personable of the two, for sure, for certain.
Hi,
Oh,
we've come to ask you
sure.
questions. Who are you? No.
I find that funny because Aldora's charisma is actually the lowest stat.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Yes, but
So-
last time Malachi had to beg Kiriki not to kill a random dude. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Charisma is different to different people. She's like Aldora's like the weird introvert who is just nice. I was wondering, can I please, if you don't mind, borrow a cup of tea, please?
Malachi, Malachi will hang out with Kiriki if we have established that these people probably respect women a bit more. He'll just kind of hang close to her.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they've told you, actually. Has anybody said anything out loud, or are y'all just, like, internally dialoguing all this?
Andrak is
Internal
internally
dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
We're just
they're all-
taking in everything.
Malachi, do you want to roll a religion or history check to see what you know?
I'll roll a religion check. I'm pretty good at those, I think.
Malachi's just looking around like, oh, everybody's being really quiet. They look like they're talking to themselves in their heads.
the traditionally heroic two are going to go forward. Hey, Malachi got the same thing as I did.
It's a 19 on my religion check.
All right, so you do know the whys and everything. Could have been funny, but instead you're just normal. Fine. So you guys make your way towards the altar. Kiriki and Malachi, are you going with them? But hanging back a little bit, right?
We're gonna hang back a little bit. Kiriki is gonna start like sizing up the room a little bit and gauging how it feels. Like what's
Okay.
the vibe in the room.
Angry.
Roll for vibe check.
Angry. Roll for vibe check. Let's go.
You guys get to the altar. You see it is a young looking woman. She looks probably 19 at the most. She has kind of a pointy nose, small lips, kind of pursed upwards. She has little fawn ears that stick out sideways out of her brown hair that's kind of long. And she does have small antlers that come out of the top of her head. And she has these big, just doughy brown eyes. And these little
I get it.
tattoos. Little tattoos of symbols over her of Artemis. And she's very pale. And she's smiling. She has like a little blue tunic on. And she just looks at you and she's like, "Hi,
Greetings.
I'm
Oh.
Maiden Huntress Cassandra." Hold on, I gotta scroll in. She's got a big ass name. "Penegly, Nymph of Artemis. How can I help you? You're officials. I don't think I've met you."
I do not believe so.
Ah,
We are investigating the poisonings that may have been going around town.
Oh no.
We wanted to know if any strange activity has been happening within the temple.
No, it is just the best here. She just looks at you, blinking in between your sentences with the silence.
Have you noticed any strange individuals come in recently?
No.
Do you contain food or water within the temple?
Yes. We care for women that are in need of help. For instance, if there is a man who cares to suppress the love and emotions and creativity and the mind and intelligence of his companion, she comes here. And if he comes, well, you know.
He gets his due.
Yes.
I had a friend once who was a high revered of Artemis.
That's so wonderful. How is she?
I do not know. I have not
She's
seen
probably
her
great.
in many years.
Oh.
She is probably dead.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay, but if she's with Artemis, she's great. She points behind her, and you can see there's a wall with an open doorway, just a stone archway. And she says, "That's where our deliveries come through, and everything's kept in barrels and crates and boxes. But ahead of you," and she points to another room that's sticking out kind of across the way, and that's the one you notice from the entrance. That's where the actual kitchen is. And that's where we take the food and the wine to be cooked and dished out by people who want to come and worship in the awesomeness that is Artemis.
I hope it is not too much to ask, but may we investigate the wares if you would like to oversee this action.
Oh, no, I trust you. You're a man. It's okay.
That is a poor logic to hold.
Oh, I just meant that the women
Oh.
around me would be more than happy if there's a problem.
Eldora will slightly, elbow Andrak. Not hard or anything, but
But I do
for
not
that
believe that
comment.
trusting me based off of anything due to what I am is a good idea. Who I am would be a better choice.
It's not your fault that you're the weaker sex. I forgive you.
I am a very small person right now.
We should get going. Thank you for answering the questions and letting us look around.
She gives you a hug, Aldora.
Oh,
She's like small and frail, probably 90 pounds. Actually, she's
Crush her.
like Macy. But so she just like flings herself around you, smiling. Happy trail, sister.
Eldora,
You
athletics
as
check
well.
this bitch.
Yeah. This is a nymph. I don't want to start nothing. Also,
We should-
we're in an entire freaking area full of warriors of Artemis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys see one of them walk up to this Cassandra and kind of lean in and whisper in her ear. And Cassandra will say, "Do you mind if Huntress Hystrina joins you?"
Not at all.
Sure.
Thank you. She has a keen eye, but she trusts you completely.
We have just met. That would be a bad idea.
Okay, I was lying.
Well, I mean, I figured, but
It is. Let us investigate.
yeah.
Do you have any further questions? He'll look to Eldora like, do you have more?
No,
Okay,
I don't have any questions, so let's get going.
let's go check out the supplies to make sure they haven't been tampered with.
You see the woman is walking with you now, and Andrak, she looks like your normal height. She's tall, and she's broad, and she has like rugged tan skin.
This woman's 6'5".
She is.
Holy
And
shit! Is she
she-
an Amazon?
She has a bow on her back and a spear, so she does not favor the sword.
Oh, then she's not an Amazon.
She just is looking at both of you, and that's it. Doesn't say anything.
I mean, there's no issues here. She's protecting her temple.
Can we head to where they get the food or get the items first?
He's going to the place that she pointed out is where they get their deliveries.
Okay. You walk in there, and the door's kind of in the. Wait, are you gonna tell your teammates what you're doing, or are you just gonna be like,
He's gonna
"Who's-"
gesture for them to fucking follow, but
Oh.
he's not yelling out across the temple. That's rude.
That's
Wait.
fair.
My perception is really bad, and I think so is.
So it's mine. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we're not paying attention to y'all.
This place unnerves me. I don't like it.
Kiriki, I'm gonna ask you a question, and
Sure.
you don't have to say yes. I just have a feeling. If a huntress of Artemis picked up her bow and started shooting at these targets to the right, how much of Kiriki would want to be like, "I'm better than her"?
Probably not.
Is Kuriki proficient in those weapons?
Of course she is.
Andrak
Warlocks
is-
aren't proficient in longbows.
Who would have thought?
Not me. Literally not me. I'm not proficient in that. Oh wait, no, I've got martial
No.
weapons because I'm a.
I'm also proficient in
Excellent.
martial weapons. Yeah.
Andrak has experience with bows.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't. Her specialty is her swords, but I don't think she has them right now.
You have a sword.
Ugh.
It's akin to a gladius. Which,
Okay.
by the way, I do have to correct myself. So last time I said y'all had bronze ones, they're actually iron.
Iron.
Sorry.
Malachi would probably watch as this lady is taking shots at the targets and kind of just lean over to Kiriki and they got good form.
Oh,
Andrew.
I guess.
Once he realizes that they're not paying proper attention, he's gonna walk over, as short as he is at the moment, because I still think it's funny.
We are going to the back room. Stop checking out the huntresses.
And then he turns around and walks away.
Okay. Come on, Kiriki, let's see what those two got themselves into.
Hopefully not too much.
I'd rather not trifle with warriors of Artemis right now. Oh, we're stuck in this place.
Agreed.
You got this. Don't worry.
He'll follow after Andrek.
All right. So the door is on the far left side of this wall. As you walk in, lining the left wall are barrels, unopened, uncorked. Against the far wall in front of you, there are jars. They all look unopened, but you can just pop them open and see. And on the right side, the right corner, you can see there are many storage containers and crates. And you smell the strong smell of fruit and vegetables. The woman that came with you guys, which, Kiriki, you kind of look up at her. You could probably take her. She looks towards the doors. Next delivery in 2 hours. And then she flexes at you.
That's a really interesting level of hostility.
There is no hostility. She was just giving us information.
What do you mean next delivery in 2 hours? What's being delivered?
Their goods.
Why?
He gestures at everything.
Where are these deliveries coming from?
Vineyard.
Would you allow me to sample some of the drink that has been coming from this vineyard?
Yes. Wait. When it gets here. Yes.
Of course.
Andrak would like to start going around and investigating the wares around that is still back here, just to see if anything has been tampered with.
Yeah, you can see the barrels. They all look like barrels of wine. Make an investigation check.
He
Good
is
sir.
not good at these.
You could do perception. I'll just it'll have a different DC and different results.
I'm gonna do investigation, and he's going to take a. Can I use my past knowledge? Do I have my abilities?
Remind
Maybe the
me
help action?
the word. What?
Knowledge from a past life. When you make an ability check, you can roll a d6 and add it to the roll.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay, so I can use my reborn ability.
I'll help as
Natural
well.
20 for a 24.
Never mind, I'm not helping
never
you.
mind.
Help Aldora.
Oh, I'm not gonna need help with those checks.
Wow. So he does good and everybody turns his back on him just like that? Jesus.
He's got it handled.
This was a team. Not so much. So,
Let me just help you see if you can roll 2 nat 20s in a row, Dylan.
You know what? Let's see.
come on, Dilly.
No, that's a 6 on the other
Ooh,
side.
rough.
See, my help is useless, Todd.
All right. So aside from Malachi telling you that it's a barrel, you are looking at it, and the corks, they're in there pretty good. So you don't think the cork is tampered with, but you pop it open, and you do think the cork has been opened within the last few days, which usually when they fill it at the vineyard and they send it off, it's not reopened until it's time to drink because it keeps the flavor in, keeps it being fermented, and all the other wine stuff that I don't know about. So it has been opened. Where do you want to go from here? I'm just going to let this nat 20 roll over onto other things you want to do. By the way, you didn't add anything to that. Do you not have a bonus of any kind?
No, I have 0 intelligence bonus.
This is hilarious. Okay.
And Andrak has an intelligence of 10.
Well, he knows wine, that's for sure.
He's going to sniff it, see if the scent is off.
Okay, so you do smell it, and the scent is off. Now, I would like you to make a nature check, please.
Nature check.
Nature.
All right, so we're doing this again. All right, let's see. 19.
Good job.
Andrak is on fire.
You smell the hint of something in there that is not natural to wine, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But it's a little familiar. Sorry.
This bottle has been tampered with. He holds it up to the huntress. There's been something added to this wine.
Malachi
She smells
crosses
it.
his arms and just like watches her reaction.
She smells it, thinks. I don't know what it is.
Insight check.
All right, roll an insight check.
He's going to also offer the bottle to Kiriki because she knows weird shit. Maybe she'll
Shit.
savant this out of nowhere.
I rolled a 5. Malachi believes her.
All right.
Wrong channel.
Yeah, that was.
Sorry, that's my fault.
So are you.
Did I also roll an insight check?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Anybody
that's
who
my
wants
fault.
to can.
Fuck.
He was offering the bottle to Kiriki, but so Andrak will not roll this. Even though he's not
Kiriki,
bad
do you
at
want to
it.
drink it?
I'm gonna. Can I make an intelligence check first, or maybe?
Dude!
Jesus Christ, the nat 20s today.
You're fucking kidding me. Aldora, how did you do on whatever you were doing? I forgot.
I rolled an insight check on her, and I got like a nat 20 plus a 9, so I got 29.
Holy crap.
She's a
So
cop.
she doesn't. You're the cop. She doesn't. She doesn't know. She just doesn't really have facial expressions. But you think she's looking at you.
While
This
this
is
is going
actually-
on, Kiriki chugs the bottle a little bit. Takes a big
Yep.
ass swig.
Ooh. Roll
Party
a nature
time.
check. Yeah, roll a nature check with advantage and a Constitution saving throw because it's pretty good.
If I'm immune, do I still need to roll? Or is this for the alcohol?
Is
for the
alcohol a poison?
18
Technically.
nature check,
Uh-huh.
and then Constitution. Pretty.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are those?
Don't forget, Malachi has advantage on charisma, but disadvantage on wisdom and intelligence.
26 for my Constitution.
It's not bad, but you've had better. The poison, you're tasting it. It's got kind of a sticky taste to it, but it gives it a sweetness. Like, you're well aware that this is not part of the wine. It might have been like a side effect of it to make it sweeter, make people want to drink it more. But you do feel like it kind of wrenching in your stomach a little bit. And there's a little bit of indigestion for a few seconds. But otherwise, it has no ill effects. But you think that if you weren't you, that'd be a lot of D6 damage.
Do not drink this.
Seems we found the tainted wine.
When did the delivery of this wine happen?
The woman, her face turns to kind of a scowl. And she says, 4 days ago.
Why she gotta sound like that, my guy?
Why is she just Andrak but female?
Like what?
That's what I was going to say
Sexist.
earlier when he was all like,
Femdrak.
she doesn't emote. I'm like, oh, so it's literally just Andric. Okay.
We needed some form of 6'5" unemoting giant.
Have I told you I like boats?
You like boats. I like boats.
I like boats.
I like boats. They are boaty.
I'd like to know where this wine came from. Please tell us the name of the vineyard.
She looks dreamily at Andrak and then glares down at Malachi. I don't know. They come in on wagons. It is a privately owned vineyard that we have been using for over 30 years.
Have you noticed any strange individuals coming into this back room before?
She takes a minute to think.
They hired help to unload the wagons.
Hmm.
We'll
We
wait
should-
for the next shipment.
Yes. While we wait, we should ask about more. But this bottle has
away.
been poisoned. How many bottles of wine are in this case? Or is this like the only one left?
So it actually is a barrel of wine, but it somehow got shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. So I was like, fuck it, let's go with it. So it's there's 4 barrels lined up against this wall, all of them being full and corked. Any open ones would have been taken out of this room.
Do they all look tampered with, from what he could tell?
I want to roll over that natural 20 a little further and say yes. You can tell that they've all been opened.
All of these have been tampered with. So they said the delivery of this stuff came in 4 days ago.
Yes.
How long ago does it look like these were uncorked and recorked?
Roughly the same time.
Okay,
Like,
so
you can tell you can tell factually it's not within the last couple of days.
okay, so he's just like rubbing his chin slightly. Either these were tampered with on the day of delivery when they arrived, or before delivery.
If we wait for today's delivery, we can address the first concern. If that leads us nowhere, we can go to the vineyard and see if there's something happening at the source.
That would probably be best.
In the meantime, and he looks over to the warrior of Artemis. In the meantime, you cannot allow anyone else to drink any of this wine. It has been poisoned.
She looks at you with kind of a neutral face.
6 were delivered.
How many are here?
4.
Where are the other 2?
1 is out in front of the kitchen. The other is gone.
As in used or gone as in taken?
Used.
Shit.
Yes.
How many
Malachi
people have partaken in it?
Malachi turns to leave and go find the one out by the kitchen so that he can bring it over to this storeroom.
Okay. Andrak and Aldora can point to where they saw the flasks outside what are called the kitchen doors earlier. So if you just go across the front and Cassandra sees you, she waves at Aldora. Hi. And y'all just kind of hurry across. Malachi, you see outside, there's like a little hallway once you get to the other side of the front of this temple, and it's about 15 feet long, about 25 feet wide. I said that backwards, but it's fine. 15 feet wide, 25 feet long. There's 2 barrels that have a ladder next to them, and they're bigger. They have corks on the side of them. And there's 1 barrel that's turned on its side on a stand. It has a cork at the end of it with a tap put into it. And then there's a set of double doors to your left on this hallway, presumably leading into the kitchen. But this barrel is roughly 5 feet long, 3 feet thick. So it's pretty big. The other 2 barrels, you can't see what's inside yet. But if you climb the ladder and uncork the top of it, you'd be able to see.
Definitely gonna investigate that, because trying to find out which one has the wine in it.
Okay. So, Andrak, because you've been doing a bunch, I'll say you know that the one laying down is the wine one. The 2 next to it, you can try to, or you can investigate them if you want. You can either climb the ladder and uncork it, or you can look around the floor and do a perception or investigation check.
Perception?
Yes, sir.
I like perception. I stuck with investigation the other time because I said investigate. That's a 23 perception.
All right. Looking along the floor, you can see little droplets, and you know that these 2 barrels that are very tall with the ladder, this is water.
This is the wine over here. We should check if the water has been tainted as well.
Leave that up to our resident poison expert.
Kiriki, do you want to roll a taint check?
Yeah? No.
That was terrible.
I don't regret it.
You shouldn't. She's gonna take like a small sip of this wine, and I guess.
Yeah, you get like a little foam cup. Shh. Drink it down.
Party time.
Am I getting advantage again or no?
Yeah, because you're drinking it, and it's the best thing ever. Just to have somebody drinking poison to identify it.
Goddamn.
Good God, because the first one I rolled was a natural 1, and then I rolled a natural 20.
Are you kidding me?
You've
No.
got to stop this, okay?
I didn't plan for an encounter, but should I do that? Because
No.
y'all have been rolling just 20s.
No, because then we'll
Jesus.
start rolling bad.
I'm okay
Oh,
with
that's
20s
true.
on innocuous checks. It's that
Yeah.
it's that natural 1 that scares me.
Alright, and my constitution saving throw was a 23.
Okay, so again, you've had better wine. Like, it's okay, but you think it's maybe been watered down so that the population is just drunk wandering around town, because usually wine out of temples is free. So people will wander in here and be like, hey, I'm here to worship. So this is poisoned with your nat 20.
The water is also poisoned?
Oh, shit. That was your nature check, huh? Wait,
Yeah, my nature check was a nat 20.
on the water or the wine?
Was I
thought it was the
sampling
wine, I'm
both?
sorry.
We were
I thought you were-
testing the water. We knew the wine was poisoned, but we were checking the water.
Oh, I thought y'all were
Okay.
checking to see if this wine was poisoned.
Okay, then then I would have drank the
we're-
water.
We
Okay.
with the
We
wine
already
at
knew.
this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Kiriki, what do you
Okay.
want? What are you doing?
Okay. I misheard. I thought we were sampling the wine again, but if they wanted me to test the water, then I would be testing the water.
Okay, so I'm sorry about the Constitution saving throw, and the explanation of the people coming in here to get drunk off water.
Still pertinent information. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, free wine and water actually. The water is not poisoned,
Good. Okay.
and you know that for a critical fact.
It's just water.
That is good. We should probably remove this barrel of wine so that it is not consumed any further. How
yeah, let's take it back to the other storeroom with the rest of the tainted wine.
how much of this wine is gone by chance? If we were to look into the barrel.
Well, if you were to uncork it and look in and like point your flashlight in, your
Grab
BC
Eldora,
flashlight.
shake her a little bit. She lights up, and we point her inwards.
Let's take a look in with my freaking
Not a
dark
light
vision.
bug.
Oh yeah, that's true. You do have your devil sight. All right, Devil Man. You look in there. It's a little over half gone.
Oh fuck.
About half the barrel's already been consumed. If we've got
Man.
1.5 barrels of consumed poisoned wine, the city probably doesn't have much longer to go. We have to get a wrap on this quickly.
Can you imagine being a plumber with dark vision?
That would be so helpful.
Can you imagine
I
being,
know, right?
like anyone with dark vision? That'd be pretty.
Oh,
Andrew's gonna look to Kiriki. You said the wine has been watered down, right?
Yes.
That means the poison's effects could be halved or lessened if they've been watering it down.
I'm looking at the DC, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's still pretty potent.
Thank you, God.
I don't. Here's my thing. This place happened a long time ago. We're not sure where we are, but what if we can't stop it?
I don't
if we're
believe we can.
What if we're just here to figure out what happened?
I believe that is why we are here.
If this place,
Stopping it
if
is
this,
one thing, but
if this place is a manifestation of the spirit world, and we are here to investigate the reason why these people died, then you're very likely right. We don't need to stop it, but perhaps we could understand what happened and then bring justice to those who have passed, allowing their spirits to find ease. This is all about the temple we came from, and about the mask that I put on. We have to understand what caused this and put the spirits at ease.
The huntress with you nods.
The fuck? What's she nodding about?
She just kind of looks around the group.
I don't really know what's going on. It seemed like a really inspirational speech.
It's
he is pretty inspirational.
it's an inside joke. I'll tell you about it later. Come along. Let's go and take this barrel back to the other ones.
All right, so y'all pick it up, carry it back to the other side. Cassandra waves again, looking a little
Specifically at Eldora and
confused.
Kiriki.
Yeah,
Like,
waves at Eldora, skips Andrak. Waves at Kiriki, flips off Malachi.
Waves at the Huntress.
Yeah, blows her a kiss.
Does provocative hand signs.
Yeah,
Provocative hand
sure.
signs.
How
Rude
much longer
gestures.
until the next delivery?
I believe they said 2 hours.
Hour and 43 minutes, give or take.
You have an excellent sense of time. That is impressive.
Thank you.
Somebody should inform the head priestess that this has occurred.
I will do it. Don't do anything bad.
What constitutes bad?
She looks at Aldora. Watch over him.
Eldora will nod.
Asking for a friend. What constitutes bad? He looks at Malachi and Kiriki.
She just turns
like-
and leaves.
Just both of them
Both, like,
scowling.
Wait, why didn't you look at me?
Because you are like you are literal shining light in this party. The other two are dark, gloomy, bloody, and muddy all the time.
It's true.
Like, let's keep in mind, Kiriki does creepy blood magic. Is that considered bad?
I like to think that our party is that one meme where it's like Aldora is a cinnamon roll, looks like a cinnamon roll, is a cinnamon roll. Malachi is like, looks like they could kill you, is actually a cinnamon roll. Kiriki is like, looks like they would kill you, would actually kill you. Look, Andrak is probably the same thing as Malachi, like looks like a cinnamon roll, would actually kill you.
In that meme, I feel like at the very last panel is Andrak, and it's just here.
Yeah,
Likes
that's fair,
boat.
too.
It likes boats, yeah.
I like how we haven't even had boats mentioned anything beyond like episode 1 or 2, and he's still just boat guy.
Boat guy.
I simply really want to get back to the water.
So yeah, Malachi's entire plan is just to go and wait in that room with the tainted wine, both to make sure nobody else tries to take any or tamper with any of it, and then also to wait for the shipment.
All right. Yeah, I mean, every now and then, a huntress will come in and get food or a crate or a box, and they'll just look at y'all and turn around and leave. They'll like look at the whole group, nod in respect at Aldora and Kiriki, and then leave.
And then
Yeah, that
flip
seems
off
about right.
Malachi.
Yeah, for sure.
They specifically like grab a mate, hit Malachi, and then walk away like nothing.
I mean, you gotta do it, right?
I don't like
They
this place.
just beat the living shit out of Malachi and walk away like it's nothing.
All right. So about 2 hours go by, and you guys hear a knock on the back door. It's just like a doom, doom, doom of somebody just knocking. And the large huntress, she walks back into the room.
You are over the city. We are over the temple. Would you like the lead?
That would be
Malachi
preferable.
holds out his arm, and he's like, "Please open your own door, but we'll definitely question the person once he gets in."
Okay.
She opens both doors kind of at the same time, and you see this bird flutter in past her. It's a dove, and the sun shines around her. And then she walks out of the room. You guys see past her, there's a wagon with 8 barrels in it, and there is a driver, just this old guy scratching his head. He's bald, he's got a long gray beard, hunched over, old raggedy clothes on. He's just sitting there in the driver's seat. And there's 2 young men handing down barrels to an older looking male. And then he's got them it's at an angle, and he's rolling it, and he has one at the door that he's kind of rolling inside instead of trying to carry it or something like that. And he has short curled brown hair, like gray eyes, and it's like work skin. Like he's got dark red skin. He's kind of dirty. He's not tall, around like 5 foot, a little bit round, but yeah, he's just standing there, and he's like, hello, I wasn't expecting you.
Halt for a moment.
Okay.
Andrak will approach and he will go to the barrel.
Okay.
Investigate it. Has it been opened recently?
Roll an investigation check. What are the rest of y'all doing while he does this?
Giving the help action.
Who else? What are y'all doing?
Malachi is going to, while Andrak is investigating the barrels with Kiriki's help, Malachi is going to put his arm around the shoulders of the guy and just kind of try and pull him aside. If you don't mind, I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay, he's gonna be like, I have a job to do. I can't just leave it here. I mean, come on, guy.
It won't be but a moment, I promise.
Don't mess with the wine, please.
That's a 19 investigation.
on the barrel?
Hey, Andrei, want to hear a secret?
Oh.
It hasn't been opened in over a week.
This has not been tampered with recently.
So that must mean possibly someone is sneaking in and tampering with it.
Maybe afterwards.
Can he uncork this barrel?
I mean, you can, but it's a little stuck because it's put in there with purpose. But if you try really hard, you can. It's just you're not Andrak right now. You're Andrak the Small.
Yeah, he's short Drac right now, but he'd like to open it. And
Yeah. You're just hit with this pungent grape smell. I'm sorry, not pungent.
Does it smell the same as the poisoned wine, or is it, normal smelling?
It doesn't smell the same as the other one, no.
Okay.
This does not smell altered the same way.
And he'll recork it and let it move in.
All right. Malachi, what are you doing?
Malachi's pulled the guy aside, and he's just gonna ask him, so, how long have you been doing the deliveries for this temple?
Like a month. What? Come on, what do you want? Leave me alone. I got a job to do. You got go away.
Listen, this is important business. As you can see, I'm with the city guard. We need to understand the situation happening within this city, and I just need you to answer these questions and be compliant.
Okay. Look, man, what do you want from me? I'm just trying to do my job here, man. I just gotta deliver this wine.
Are you contracted with the vineyard, or are you hired by the temple?
I'm hired by the vineyard.
Understandable. Have you ever noticed anyone who is not hired by the vineyard or the temple hanging out around the storeroom at any times you've been delivering these wine barrels?
Other than the huntresses, no. Weird women over here thinking they're better than men. Ha!
They're very rude. Anyways,
Great.
the vineyard that you come from, how far away is it?
Like miles or time?
Rough estimate of time.
It's about 6 day ride.
6-day ride. Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Go do your job. You've answered all the questions I need right now.
Thanks. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Yeah, whatever.
He jogs back over and gets the barrel and starts rolling it in. So you guys sticking around?
For a few moments, yes. We have further things to investigate. He'll go up to Andrak. So you said it wasn't tainted?
Andrak just shakes it. They are not tampered with. These have not been opened in a week until we checked them.
Okay, well then the meddler must be breaking into the temple after the barrels have been brought in. This is just an ambush.
I would agree. We should hide the proper wine and use the poisoned wine as bait.
Now whoever's doing this is likely to expect there will be new barrels here. If they walk in and see the same amount of barrels as last time, they're going to leave and not actually do anything. We can control the substance. If they go to one of the new barrels and begin to poison it, we can stop them before they get to the rest of them.
Thing is, we have to have someone who is good at hiding. And
Andrak
I
looks
don't
at
lack-
Malachi and Kirky.
I don't find that being a difficulty to seek out.
Where are y'all
She
having this
also looks
conversation?
at them.
Off the side,
Okay.
Yeah.
a ways enough from the dudes working that they don't have to hear us.
It's just the one guy that's taking them inside the building.
We can rule out the vineyard as a suspect then.
It's a 6-day ride from here either way, so if we had to go investigate it, it would be potentially colossal waste of time, so...
Then they could not have done it there. If it was any closer, a day's trip or less, then I could say that they were suspect, but due to the time frame of the altering of the barrel, I do not believe that they are involved.
It's fair. Garriki, you and I should lay in wait. Try and find out who's doing this, while perhaps Andrak, you and Aldora could keep watch in the main part of the temple.
Aldora will nod. and start making her way out of the storage.
And Derek will follow because he needs to stay with his free pass.
What?
His what is the term?
Sorry, I'm dumb. You have to speak small words.
His chaperone. That's the word.
Chaperone.
Okay, that
Yeah,
one
he needs to stay with his chaperone.
His guide with his +1. He is the +1.
He's the +1. He's being chaperoned by the woman.
After they leave the room, Malachi is going to try and find a good place to hide.
Well, y'all were off to the side and then came back into the room while they were working. Okay.
Well, I don't think Malachi would have gone far enough out that he couldn't see what the guy was doing as he was wheeling in barrels. I don't know if that's applicable.
Make a perception check.
He would have wanted to keep eyes on that stuff.
Well, that's why I asked, though.
Yeah. Perception.
Uh-huh.
13.
You didn't see anybody in there.
Aside from the man rolling in barrels.
Yeah.
As they're starting to leave the room, Malachi's actually going to reach out and stop Andrak. Before you go, perhaps keep an eye on the cart. Maybe find a way to keep them there for a little while. See if you can delay them just in case something suspicious comes up.
Okay. Andric will stop it. He'll turn to the cart. There's a person who guides it, right? The old man you mentioned.
Yeah.
And Andric will go up to him. Afternoon, sir.
He just kind of looks at you, and he kind of looks down, squints his eyes. You gotta speak up, son! Huh? I can't hear you when you look like that.
How are you today?
Huh?
Andric will stay there, basically just shouting up, "How are you today?" as he goes.
Oh. I am good.
That is
How's
good.
you?
I am short.
Okay.
Talk to him about boats.
Have you seen the latest model of the flagships?
Oh, what?
The boats.
Andric will distract him with boat talk. He's yelling about boats. Everybody can hear him.
You could see
on about boats.
Yeah, the two guys in the back kind of sigh, and they're like, fuck. And then the one guy who's rolling them in, who looks tired, he's like, come on, we gotta go. Get out of the way. Come on, we got a job to do.
You are interrupting my conversation about...
We gotta go.
Vehicles. I do not care. We are talking about boats. You'd want to join in?
No, I'll just walk. Fuck you guys, I'm leaving.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah, he hops up the side and he's like, fucking po-po. And he starts walking. The old guy is like, I don't like him.
He's
like yelling it.
That man is a dickbag.
He points at the one who's running off.
Agreed. Bag of huge dicks.
So yes, Andrak will distract the old man.
Alright.
Eldora's just standing and watching this conversation happen because of her passive perception. She would have known and noticed that Andrak didn't follow, so she would have turned around, came back, and followed him.
Alright, yep. So you're over there with Andrak, standing there watching. Kiriki and Malachi are in the room with the barrels. All 12 of them. No, wait. No, it's 13 because of the one you carried over. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, Malachi is going to try and find a dark place to hide. And lie in wait.
How tall is the ceiling?
But
Look, people won't look up sometimes.
Yeah, I should have this prepared. I'm sorry. 12 feet?
That doesn't seem good enough to go up.
I mean, if you're lying flat.
She's gonna hide behind some barrels.
Okay.
I think we've talked about this before, but do our features and like abilities work in this place? Like if Malachi
We haven't
stands,
tested them.
if Malachi stands in a dark corner that's dimly or lit or dark, could he turn invisible?
I don't know. You go stand in the corner where it's dimly and dark.
Yes.
Okay. You stand there.
He'll crouch down to remain somewhat hidden, and then he'll wait for a moment, and then look at his hands to see if he's turned invisible.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like, "Psst, Kirky, can you see me?" Like, with your kids, you're hiding. I can see you.
You can't see me. I'm invisible.
You are not invisible.
Okay. Then after a minute or two of waiting and seeing he's not visible, he'll try and find a better place to hide that is actually concealed, but he can see the room in.
Yeah. So Kirky, you just watch, and I actually forgot that Kirky, last time you did try the spider climb thing, it didn't work. But you watch as Malachi is like running around the room trying to find better spots.
I'm not used to this. It's easier to go invisible. Damn it.
Will both of you make a perception check while you're in this room?
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
I was waiting for the stealth roll, but yeah.
Dave, I had it all prepped and ready. Perception. Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, good. I got an 18.
I got another natural 20 for a
Holy
21.
shit, Becca. Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. So you guys see a giant cyclops come through the door, and he kicks it down. He says, "No more natural 20s." Okay. Becca, or not Becca, you're not there. Kirky, you're watching Malachi run back and forth and like hide and find better spot, and then hide and find a better spot. And your eye, as you're watching him, narrows in on a cork that's crooked on one of the new barrels.
Like it's been open?
Like it's been opened.
Kiriki's gonna walk over to it and pop the cork off.
You pop it off.
You
You're
doing?
hit by the smell of wine and grapes.
I just smell wine and grapes.
Yeah.
Does it have a similar smell to the things I've been consuming earlier today?
Go ahead and make a perception check. I'll give you advantage because you've tasted it a few times at this point.
Okay, perception. Oh, thank goodness I have advantage.
That's
18.
better.
It has a familiar scent.
And these are the ones that just came in, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This one is open.
Is it tainted?
Yes, it has a familiar smell.
Malachi runs to the doors and goes outside to where the cart should still be if Andrak's boat talking skills have effectively halted them.
Yep. You walk out there and you see Andrak yelling up, and the guy's like, "I've never rowed! I don't know how to use an oar!"
He's going to look around.
the water.
He's going to look around for the guy who was wheeling in the barrels.
You don't see him.
Damn it. Where was the worker? The one who was rolling in the barrels.
Andrak points the direction he ran off.
And the idea was to keep them all here, Andrak. Damn it. And he's going to run after that direction, see if he can catch up to the guy.
Okay. Are you going alone?
He's not waiting for anyone, so if somebody chases after him, that's fine, but he's
If
not
Malachi
waiting.
starts running, Andrak will wave at the old man as he runs after Malachi.
Yeah. You just have to a little bit here. Can I leave? Fucking whippersnapper. Okay. You guys run. I would like you. Let's do speed and endurance here. I want to do dexterity for speed, endurance for con for endurance. So let's do a dexterity check and a constitution check.
Is everyone doing that?
Everybody who's going. And remember that you are not wearing plate armor. You are wearing this leather armor with the one iron sword given to you by your uniform. No more nat 20s. Now, Dora, how'd you do? Con,
16 for dexterity.
16 dex. That's pretty fast. Shit. That's right. You are an athlete. What about your con? How'd you do?
That. Oh shit! No, hold on. I didn't mean to press that, but I guess since I did that, 12 for con.
Okay. So you're a sprinter. He runs. He says which direction. You're like, fuck that dude. He did kind of have a little bit of hate towards the women there. So you sprint. You're like, I'm going to stab this dude in the back. Maybe.
Oh,
I'm putting
I
words
think
in your
that's
mouth. It's
a
fine.
very Eldora reaction.
It is now. She's
Maybe
turned to the dark
Kiriki.
side. Kiriki takes off running. Adora takes off running. Sprint. Bolts. Andrak, how'd you do? Dexterity and con.
I got a 20 for my dex and a 14 on con.
Jesus. Okay. I mean, you are an athlete. Sure.
He's a
Kiriki.
big fucking guy. Normally.
Yeah.
Normally.
Dex and con.
My dex was a 19 and my con was a 14.
Okay, so about the same thing. You are both quick, and you're going to go pretty fucking far. Kid. Kevin. Malachi.
14 on Dex, 19 on Con.
Jesus. So you're a long distance runner. Because that's still a fast pace. You're going to fucking be going.
He spent a lot of years just walking from place to place.
Yeah. So, Andrak, Kiriki, y'all will get there to him first. Malachi, you will get there a little bit after them. Aldora, you take off running. And then you're like, fuck this. And then you kind of like do that light walk, jog thing that you see in the morning at the mall. So you'll eventually catch up.
Malachi runs faster. You need to breathe better.
I mean, Malachi is fueled by alcohol and bread.
That is fair. I
Oh,
forgot
man.
he was finally able to actually, like, taste stuff again.
Yes.
Yep. He carb loaded before this run. Alright, so you guys eventually catch him. You do catch him because he rolled like shit. So even though he got a head start, it was not a good head start. So you do catch up to him. And he's breathing hard, and he sees you, and he, like, tries to start running again, but you see him hold his side, and he's like, I don't like you. Fuck off. And he, like, is staggering running.
Who is the first to reach him?
Andrak and Kiriki.
Tackle.
Oh shit. Okay, roll an athletics check. I'm gonna roll his at disadvantage because he's tired. Oh,
25.
well, I got a 7.
This is a backflip into a tackle.
Yeah, he's tired and he's like doing that stagger running thing. So Kiriki, you just see this little guy, little Andrak, just fly through the air and just nail him in the back and hit him to the ground. And the guy's like, "Get away from me!"
No, I am now on you.
Ah, hey,
No,
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
When
I'm sorry.
Malachi,
But you.
when
I'm a
Malachi
pat
gets,
this down.
oh yeah, pat him down. That's a good idea. When Malachi gets there, he's gonna pull out his gladius and point it at the guy's face. What have you done to the wine?
Nothing. I didn't do anything to the wine. Why did you tackle me? Andrak, roll up an investigation.
Oh no.
Kiriki, what are you doing?
I'm using my knowledge from past life. Fuck this. It's a 14.
Okay. Kiriki?
She would try to intimidate him, but she's not as scary as she used to be. Some of her more terrifying features are gone, so she's like sitting in front of him looking as menacing as possible.
She doesn't have a
Roll-
sword.
Roll intimidation. I don't know what that word was.
Intimidation.
Roll-
Intimidation.
Roll an intimidation check. I'm
it's
not
where
doing
you-
it because you're scary or because you have a sword. It's because you have knowledge. So, Kiriki has killed a lot of bad people, I'm sure, and
Sure, that's a
demons.
word.
Yeah. So it's not so much that she looks scary, it's that you can say things that normal people don't want to hear. You can describe what it looks like when someone's dying. Like you can describe what it looks like when you stab somebody or when you watch the life fade from someone's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say it in the creepy Kiriki way, that'll intimidate anybody. How'd you do?
I hate that intimidation is a charisma-based thing. It's very silly. Because I have no charisma, so it's a 13.
It's a 13.
Mhm.
Okay.
What does Kiriki do to try and intimidate him before I say what I'm gonna do?
She's gonna sit in front of him, like almost like a squat, and she's got her sword out, and it's like pretty close to his face, and she's just kind of like leaning over him with like a leer, just not moving, just staring at him, almost like she's not blinking at this point either.
So, I will say, if you want to use strength with intimidation, you can.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things we talked about when we were starting these characters up. Because Dylan also hates that.
I mean, to be fair, that would bump my intimidation from a 5 to an 8.
Yeah. I actually strongly disagree with it. But that's because every time I think intimidating, I think, okay, Haptor Bjornsson. Who knows who he is?
That's the world's strongest man right there.
Yeah. So
Love him.
he doesn't talk a lot. He's tries to joke and it's sad, but he's huge and
He
he's
is
so
the
strong.
sweetest man.
Yeah, so I don't think
Such a nice guy.
charisma, like, he doesn't need to be charisma. He just walks up and says hello, and I would be like, what do you need? Can I get you something? Coffee? Water? Food? Donut? That's a big
Me?
man. Yeah. Okay, so Kiriki, if you can add your strength, what is it?
15.
A 15. Well, this is not a demon. This is a normal man. So he is scared. So I'm going to give you all advantage on... I'm not going to say stuff you want to do to him, because that sounds weird, but... intimidation checks, anything threatening, questioning, stuff like that.
Yeah, Malachi is going to kind of motion for Andrak to kind of hold him up on his feet. Just say,
Are they-
Does he have anything on him?
Yeah,
After patting him down.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we never
what,
got that.
what was your... it was a 14, right?
Yeah, it was a 14 investigation.
Yes, and I rolled a 13 to hide this purple stemmed leaf that you find in his pocket. It has it's a purple stem, it has purple veins going through it, and it's a green, very dark green leaf, like it's a bleeding color.
Andrak's gonna hold it up.
Does anybody recognize this?
He just looks at you. That's not mine!
I literally just found it.
I was holding it for a friend!
Malachi grabs him by the collar of his shirt, just like pulls him in real close. Where did you get the leaf, and who gave it to you? And I'll give an intimidation check if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am very well suited to intimidation. I have advantage on this, is that correct?
Yes, sir, because he's scared.
He's gonna be real scared after this.
Yeah, after.
Damn it! That's some
Is
bullshit.
it another nut 20?
No, it's low rolls. I have a plus
Oh.
9 to intimidation, but I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, but you know what? I really want to seem cool right now. I'm gonna use the inspiration that I have to re-roll that.
Yeah! Do it!
Natural 1.
Don't say it.
Is that
Is better.
re-roll with advantage again?
No.
No.
It's
Okay,
just
then,
reroll the dice.
okay, then the new roll is 16.
Okay. I lied! It's mine!
Where
I'm not sorry. I didn't want to get in trouble.
where did you get it?
I bought it.
From who?
What is it?
A wanderer.
My friend, that's a good question. What is it?
It's for smoking. It's weed.
Smoke it right now.
Oh shit. I'd rather not.
Is holding it up.
Smoke it right now.
He coughs and he goes, I can't. I have asthma.
Andrak is going to put a hand on this man's shoulder, look him in the eyes.
I could let them kill you, or you could just tell me what you did and what this is.
I'm gonna need
Persuasion
you to
check.
roll another intimidation like a motherfucker.
Do I get to use my strength?
Ooh.
Or do you want me to do persuasion and use my actual funny samurai ability?
What is your base strength?
4. My strength is an 18.
You have said repeatedly that you want to be the small Andrex, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, could I? I'm trying to persuade him.
This does sound friendlier than what we're doing.
Yeah, how does persuading work here? That was not persuading.
He's persuading him to work with Adrak so that he doesn't give him back to Malachi or Kiriki, who are blades out. Adrax doesn't have his sword out, and he's the short guy. He's trying to good cop this.
Wow. You
He has
you
bad
ended
cop
well.
and-
You just started way different. Okay, go ahead. Roll.
He's dealing with bad cop and evil cop. Finally, I get to do my elegant courtier ability for the first time ever.
What is that?
I get to use my wisdom modifier in conjunction with my charisma and bonus on
Oh, that's
persuasion
weird.
checks.
Interesting. Oh my god.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, fuck me. This is stupid. Okay.
Hold on, let's see what's on the other side. 2. Heaven or hell.
Right.
Yup. Okay. Alright, fine. Okay. It's called Midnight Tears.
Evil. This evil bastard. Holy shit! What is wrong with this dude? That's Dylan.
Yeah. It would have been really funny if Andrak just got super high pitched out of nowhere, though.
Can I make a nature check to see what that is?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to make a history check to,
Okay.
if I can
Oh,
see
can
if I
I do
remember.
history instead?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll do history. Nature, history's better.
It's a 9 for me.
A history check too.
Okay.
As Eldora has finally caught up, hearing that.
Hold on, guys. I think I know what that is.
Runs
I
up.
mean, she might know what it is.
Heavy
Hold on.
breath. What do you guys have midnight tears for?
Alright. Adora and Kiriki, what'd y'all do? How'd y'all do?
I got an 18.
History, right?
17.
Shit. So yeah, that's actually pretty much how it works. She finally gets there and she's like, oh. So, you guys know that at the stroke of midnight, at the peak of the moon, whoever has ingested that dies.
Were you instructed to put this into the wine?
Yeah, they made me do it. Yeah, the driver. Yeah.
The driver
Insight.
did.
I would also like
All
to
right.
do an insight.
Go ahead. You're gonna fail.
I mean, maybe. I got a 13.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
13
I
for
got
what?
beat. Wait, do we have
Insight.
advantage on this? Or
Nah.
Are you rolling?
insight on
Insight.
him?
Oh. Oh wait, I'll roll insight. I'm really good with insight.
Please do.
The wisdom class being good at insight? No.
What?
I mean, to be fair, I've said that and then I immediately failed by 1 against a deception.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
never mind.
This is not our game. Where's those 20s at? Bring back the 20s.
Actually, I think I roleplayed it pretty good. He rolled a nat 1 on his deception, so
Oh, fuck.
yeah. Y'all don't believe that at all.
Malachi slaps him right across the face.
Oh!
Don't lie to us.
How dare you hit me like a despicable woman!
He rears back his fist. He's like, I'll hit you again if you utter one more sexist fucking thing.
Especially in this day and age.
Who's got the leaf?
Andrak's holding it.
Uh-oh.
Can I have the leaf?
Yeah.
Do you ask for it? And does Kiriki ask for it?
Andrak, can I have that?
Don't need it.
And he'll hand it to her.
You will tell us where you got this, or you will be taking this poison. And when it hits midnight, you will join who has ever drank.
Oh my god. What was the question? Sorry?
You tell us. You'll tell us who made him do it, like where he got the leaf.
Okay. I was picturing it and I was very enamored. It was so good. Roll intimidation check. I want to give you advantage just because of how good that looks.
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
20.
Alright. I wasn't instructed by anyone. I bought it on my own volition.
knowing exactly what it does?
He looks directly into Aldora's eyes. Knowing exactly what it does.
Why would you do that? Like,
Why wouldn't I? I was married. I had a family. I had a farm. But no. She wanted to be with someone else. But she gets to choose, right? Because women are so good in the eyes of Artemis. Well, how good are they now?
Kiriki, I think
You should eat it.
Kirky's gonna
All
take a
yours.
piece of that leaf and shove it into his mouth.
No, wait, stop.
You know, like how you force dogs to take medicine? That's exactly what she did.
Yeah, he's like pulling his head back at an angle, and he's like trying to bite your finger. He's like, stop it! Dirty woman! You smell funny!
And now you will share the same fate as those who had drank the wine.
We should cut off
there's
his
something
legs.
so silly, you deserve it.
We should cut off his legs, Andrex says.
Drake's pulling out his sword and pointing at his legs.
We should cut off his legs.
No.
Yeah, but if you cut off his arms, he can't row boats.
Leave
But he can't run away if he has.
his limbs intact. Kiriki's son will send him to the underworld in a much more satisfying way.
We could cut off his fingers.
I will not prescribe us to torture. We've poisoned the man. I feel like that's enough.
But it would be funny.
Imagine just sitting there knowing that your death is coming. That is even worse.
I
And
like
there's
so many
nothing you
people
can
over
do.
something.
You should have some too!
Malachi's gonna sock him hard enough to knock him out.
I'm not gonna make you roll, but I would think it would be funny to have you like hit him, fail, hit him, fail, hit him, fail, and then eventually get him.
I mean, I'd beat the shit out of him. It's cool. But he's gonna try to do it one punch, just knock him the fuck out. And
Roll
then
a hit.
Aldora,
Oh.
your passive. I'm not calling you out. It's fine.
Oh.
Your passive is high, so when he said that to Kiriki, he didn't look worried.
Kiriki, eat the flower. Or leaf.
I think she force fed the
Shit.
entire fucking thing to the dude.
No, I only
Hold
gave him
on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Wait. You still ingested it though, didn't you?
Yeah, she
Aldora's-
ingested it.
Huh?
Didn't you ask if Kiriki ingested it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
No, Kiriki did not eat the plant.
Well, because of the wine.
The poison
Oh,
wine, yeah.
Yeah, Kiriki drank the wine.
She drank the Kool-Aid.
After he says that, Eldora will look at Kiriki. Is slightly worried that once midnight hits, that she'll be affected too.
Nah, I'm immune. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a strong opinion that dude did not know that Kiriki's immune to poison, because that's crazy talk.
Wouldn't it be really funny if she just ate the leaf in front of him? That's a power
Do it.
move.
Do it.
Ow.
He's knocked out now, but
Oh, yeah.
No, he's dead.
Shake him awake. Eh?
Oh yeah, no, he is not dead. But no.
you want to shake him awake and knock him back out again?
Yeah.
No.
I honestly,
Just for fun.
Wake him up, knock him out. Wake him up, knock him out.
We should bring him back to the hunters, and we should let them know. Maybe someone
Oh.
in the group might know something of a cure.
I agree. Short
Yeah.
Drac will try to lift him over his shoulder.
Roll a strength check.
Oh boy.
Actually, athletics, I'm sorry. If you have it.
Oh, I have athletics. A fighter not having athletics? Oh god.
that
It
tracks
wasn't
with
a
short drag.
backflip.
Can
It's an
Eldora
11.
give the help action?
Yeah. So as Andrak, short Drac, like throws him over his shoulder, Adora kind of like catches him from behind a little bit to help carry the upper half of this man, which is usually the heavier part, so that short Drac doesn't have such a problem. So Aldora, how do you do? Oh wait, you meant you want to give him advantage.
So
yeah.
here's a free roll.
Oh, I was like, okay.
I,
Yeah, okay.
Aldora-
Deserved after the nat 20s. You know what?
So short Drac throws him over his shoulder, unable to hold the weight. Guy keeps going. Short Drac stumbled it back a little bit, but does not fall. But the guy is on the ground behind Short Drac.
I am not used to being small.
Malachi actually laughs.
Well, that's a first.
It's an acrobatic.
It was athletics to carry the dude.
Yeah, do you want to flip him around? Because sure. You want to
No.
tumble roll with him?
You know what? My
Don't say
athletics
yes to
isn't
that.
great, but I'm gonna try.
Do you have athletics?
No, but I got at least 2 points.
Yeah, do it. Let's go.
A
There you
19.
go.
That is ridiculous.
She knows the fireman carry, you see.
Andrak is 5'4" right now, so he was not expecting not being able to just
Kiriki
pick up the dude.
sees the weakness that is Andrak right now and uses that to fuel herself to look him in the eyes as she lifts this dude from the ground, puts him on his shoulder, and walks towards the temple.
Yeah, it's funny because she looks very smug about it. Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
is still her normal height, about like, I think she's about 5'8", 5'11".
I think you said she's like 6 foot
Yeah, she's
or just under.
about 5'6", or yeah, she's about 6 foot. She's pretty tall.
I've
Okay.
decided early on that this is funnier if Andrak just ended up shorter in these dreams, and I'm sticking with it because it's hysterical.
No, it's great.
That's great.
And it's probably at about that moment that Kiriki realizes they ran for a while, so it's gonna get a little sweaty out here.
Malachi chuckles a few more times and then just follows after Kiriki.
Kiriki will
Andrak
become
follows.
her dirty self again if it's the last thing she does.
Dirty, sweaty, grimy, bloody self.
I smell like soap and I hate it.
I smell like I take care of my skin.
Not after this.
Awful.
Y'all eventually get back to the temple around like 5:30. According to your
Kiriki's-
sundial wristwatch.
Kiriki's going for the gamer scent.
Yeah.
That nice, small, strong BO.
Peas Mountain Dew.
She
All right.
really wants to smell like a anime convention.
Oh dear.
Kiriki smells more like outside than like basic BO.
Dylan doesn't know what that is. Stop it.
Oh, you're right. He would only know what anime conventions smell like.
That's
As
not
if
great.
I don't literally work outside.
Ugh, that sucks. So you guys get back. Tell the woman about it. Who do you tell?
Try to get the huntress and the head priestess about and tell them.
Okay. So Cassandra, she looks at you guys and she looks at the guy. Why would he do this? We're welcoming to everyone.
He is sexist.
What's
He
that?
is, he is hateful towards women.
Why?
Because he is a dumb man and cannot accept that women are better than him.
Andrak shrugs like, sexism in this time and place?
In this economy?
She says, well, hopefully you helped him see the light. She's like moving his face and looking at his like bleeding and cracked skin. She's like, I think he has a broken cheekbone.
Good.
Malachi hit him pretty hard.
She's like looking over his head. Did somebody drop him?
No.
No. No, it's okay. He fell while we were chasing him.
Very hard. Yes. He fell right on his face.
She smiles. I can fix this. I mean, I can't fix it, but I do know a cure for it, an antitoxin. We can go out in the woods and get the ingredients together, and we should be able to distribute it to the town.
Good. He'll relay what the plant was, if that makes any difference to her, for the antitoxin.
I wonder who would sell this to people.
He
Although I
said
was gonna point to the knocked out idiot.
I don't think he was selling it.
You
he
could ask
said
him.
he bought it from a merchant.
A wanderer, I believe, is what he said specifically.
That's sad.
That means that salesman is not here, likely.
Well, you might have saved a lot of lives today. I mean, I guess you did, for sure. I don't know.
Surely did. You should check your wine and any other resources you bring into your temple from now on, just to make sure. You could have put your entire city in such amounts of danger, I can't even translate it for you.
She looks depressed and like disappointed in herself. You're right.
There was no way to identify that this would happen beforehand. But from now on, it would be best to watch over it.
Leave no one unattended while they bring in your resources. You should have at least 2 guards, watching them at all times.
I thought we could trust him. I appreciate what y'all have done more than you could possibly know. Everybody in this town appreciates what you've done. It's a good thing you live here.
Right.
Correct.
You've always been welcome here, but we'll always be in your debt.
That is not necessary. We are doing our job.
She stops for a moment and she perks her ears up. And you see this like kind of furry fawn ear outside of her hair kind of perk up. And she goes, wait. Artemis is telling me something. She says you're wonderful people. She says these men are okay. They might even be good. We gotta trust them. Oh my gosh. She reaches in and she gives Andrak a hug. And then she gives Malachi a hug. And she says, you're okay.
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Malachi could see for the first time. This is the first time he'll see Andrak's face emote. And he does the Excalibur face from Soul Eater.
I don't know what that means.
I was gonna ask.
It's a really exaggerated grimace. Hold on.
Just a super ugly grimace.
Malachi, for the first time, sees Andrak's face shift, and it's just, ugh.
All right. So what do you guys want to do from here?
Malachi is going to leave out the front of the temple and then just kind of stand there for a minute, kind of waiting to see what happens to them.
Yeah. All right. So you step outside, and like the light from outside hits your eyes. It's a little bit blinding. What are y'all doing?
Andrak will follow Malachi.
All right. Aldora, Kirky.
Eldora will walk out as well.
Yeah, Kiriki follows behind.
All right. As the sun hits your eyes, and your eyes adjust, you're back in the room with the sacrificial altar for the animal and the human. Malachi, you are facing the doorway with this mask on, but you feel different. Wearing this mask, you feel empowered by it. Your vision is a little different, but you have your devil sight, so it's not very different. But you can tell there is some kind of difference in your eyesight itself. And you feel like this mask is giving you more than just an aesthetic look. If you want, you can try to identify it or try to figure it out.
Yeah, he will kind of pull the mask off and look at it for a few minutes. He's familiar with the purpose of the masks, and he has seen them before. I don't think he has ever experienced the abilities or the extra boons that they offer, so he's going to try and figure those out for a minute.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check. Or religion. Do good.
Yeah, they're the same, so I'll just do an Arcana check.
All right. Adora and Andrak, you guys no longer hear the whispers, and the feeling around you, the environment, is kind of warm. Like, almost welcoming.
Since I know these masks, can I have advantage?
Kiriki, do you have inspiration you want to give him?
I mean, I do.
You don't have to.
But do you wanna?
I'll just take it. I mean, like, it would be fine. There's other people who could look at it later.
Kiriki's gonna walk over and examine the mask with you.
Oh, that's actually a better idea.
I got a nat 1 for the people listening.
That mask certainly is a helmet.
Yep.
It's is he rolling an Arcana check or?
Yes, ma'am. Arcana or religion. So, Malachi is just unfamiliar because this mask this is not how it should be acting. So it's baffling in every way.
Do you mind if I take a look?
He kind of like is locked staring at it for a second, and he shakes his head. Yes, go ahead. Don't put it on, though. I don't know if it will send us back into something if a different person wears it.
Are we ourselves again, like fully?
Yes.
Andrak is looking at his sword.
I rolled Arcana and I got a 22.
Okay. Andrak, Your sword feels warm, like it's happy to have you.
How long were we gone?
Kirky! It is the mask of the... Gotta remember how it was. Katara Minos. You gain +2 saving throws while wearing this mask. Additionally, you gain 60 feet of dark vision while wearing this mask. However, Kirky, this might be your favorite part. And if you want to tell Malachi about this, you can. If you don't want to, I won't. So, while attuned to this mask, each day the mask absorbs your sin, basically. Once per day, the mask stores a memory that would be considered unlawful, immoral, or evil. Anyone who dons the mask afterwards can see any deeds that you have committed that have been stored in the mask. It could be something as petty as stealing, up to the murder of someone.
Why does it? It just stores it in there.
Yup.
Kiriki will relay that information, but she hesitates a little bit on the part of the sins. She'll gently put it back into Malachi's hand. One tidbit you should know. It seems this mask absorbs your sins, no matter the sin, and stores it in the mask. What it does with that, I don't know.
I see. He kind of holds out his hand to take it back from her.
Kiriki will place it gently into his hand.
Perhaps I should just keep this on me. I don't think anyone else wants to experience any of that. Although it would be handy to have Andrax see in the dark.
Or Aldora.
Yeah. We'll bring it up later. And he kind of looks around the room. Do you feel it? We brought the spirits peace. This place is better now.
It has gone quiet.
There was a lot of hurt, a lot of dismayed spirits over what happened in that city. Never experienced such a transversal that we would actually be in the place in such a real and feeling way. I doubt that this is normal, but I'm not sure what could have caused such a variance. I was not trained in that. We should continue looking through the temple, making sure that this was the last of the spirits that needed soothing.
And demons to kill.
Yes, Kiriki and the demons to kill. He'll tuck the mask kind of into his bag and head out to kind of look through more of the temple.
Alrighty then.
Andrak will lead point because he takes the most damage.
Because he takes what?
He can take the most damage.
Oh, alright. So the only person here who can't see in the dark is Adbron. So I know that Aldora cast light last time, so it's not really a problem. My question is actually for Becca. Did you remember that you have -2 to your AC until you fix your armor?
Yeah.
Did y'all want to take a minute while he's kind of looking over the mask? And can anybody here fix it, mending, or...
Yes.
Oh, you have mending?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking perfect. Do you want to boop that real quick?
Yep. Aldora will cast mending on Kiraki's armor.
Oh, how kind of you. Thank you.
Aldora being the utility caster every party wishes they had.
For real, though.
I'm just, saying more merch for Pledging Athena. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying anymore. I kind of lost track of what I was saying, actually. Anyways.
I think what you should do is every time you give somebody utility, you make them take a pamphlet or say, "Thank you, Athena."
A fucking jersey beams light down and an Athena brand jersey shows up.
Here, have a mug. Alright. So you guys exit out of here. And there's still that light mist on the ground. I don't know if you remember it or not. Mm-hmm. The hallways are roughly 10 feet wide. It is naturally formed stone, though. This was not carved out. This is round walls, rough walls, rock walls. The only light was the sconces on the wall in the sacrificial room. But you can go left and you can go right outside of this room. Make your choices.
Malachi would probably want to go right.
You have chose poorly. I'm kidding. I just wanted to make that reference because I like Indiana Jones.
600 demons we have to fight.
You
600
walk
men.
into... Yeah. Oh. I mean, if that's how we're doing this, yeah. All right. There we
Andrew
go.
can take 500 men.
We went different directions with that. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Just gonna let that
Oh,
one
I
ride.
didn't-
Anyways, what's to the right?
All right. So you go down and you can see that a little bit down, it does come to a dead end and it kind of tees going left and going right. But the hallway does get a little bit thicker. I would measure, but I forgot where the measuring tool is. Oh, I'm already on it.
Like wider?
It does get wider, yes. So after it tees, it's about 25 feet wide on the left and the right. On the right, you can see that it dead ends after about 65 feet. Well, yeah, because your double sight is 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you do have the mask back on, right?
He has it in his bag. It's not on his face at this time.
Okay. So nobody is currently benefiting from the +2 to saving throws. I just want to put that out there.
No, I've already got +2 to saving throws because of the Staff of Power, so.
Okay.
But I'll
Adora and
probably
Jack.
hand that to somebody eventually, but not in this moment.
Okay. So 65 feet down, you can see it dead ends. The rest of you see 60 feet down, it dead ends. Minus Andrak, he's just looking around. I'm sorry, how far is light again? 30 feet and then 30 feet dim?
30
Sorry?
feet and then 30 feet dim, so like 60 feet.
Oof. We're doing this enough to where I might remember it. All right. So it dead ends on that side. Do you guys want to go down there or just go left?
So-
I'd probably go left.
The hallway widens and then dead ends.
Yeah. So you get to the T from the sacrificial chamber going right. You get to the T. On the right is a dead end after about 65 feet. On the left, it keeps going. But where this hallway is, the new one that branches off, it is 25 feet wide. So you go from a 10 feet wide hallway to a 25 feet wide hallway.
And there doesn't seem to
Yeah.
be any other doors or anything down that hall. It's just an empty hallway.
Yes, sir.
The D&D guy inside of me wants to go check the empty hallway, but if everybody else wants to go left, we'll go left.
I mean, why would there be an empty hallway? That seems like a waste of time.
Right. I think, so if anybody actually, as anybody is splitting left to go left after they see that, Malachi will still go to the right down that hallway.
Okay. So you go to the right, down this dead-end hallway, slowly walking through this blue mist, with your back to everyone, and with everybody's back to you, with your passive perception of... What was it again?
It's 11, but I'd be willing to do a perception check as I'm walking down
there's
the
no
hallway.
need for that. You're not checking for anything. There's no need for that.
I'm actually
walking down the hallway.
quite interested in what this hallway has to offer me.
I feel like you would have brought that up before, so there's no need. As you get down this hallway, you hear this like slight rumbling sound. You just have to fart, that's all. You get down to the end of this hallway and there's absolutely nothing there. It is a dead end.
He's going to press his hand along the back wall and kind of investigate it to see if there's anything secret or misaligned.
There's some algae there, a little bit of dampness, but otherwise, no. Just feels like a cold stone wall. But with yourself separated from everybody else, you do hear a light whisper in your ear. It sounds like abyssal, and it's saying to hurry. The dead are waiting for you.
He kind of like nods, looks at the floor for a moment, and then turns and actually runs the other direction.
To catch up with everybody?
Yeah, to catch up and probably run past everybody, actually.
Well, they didn't get that far. So about 30 feet down, it splits a little bit to the left, and then it keeps going straight. So to the left, you can see it bends ahead, but outdoor in Andrak, you would see that there is a dugout in the wall about 20 feet into this like small split off, like somebody was chiseling into the wall.
Well, Aldora will kind of inspect the little chiseled spot.
She has the light, so Andrak is going to also look at it because that's where he can see.
All right, and with your light over there, you'll see a reflection a little bit, and you'll see a small shard or like fleck of that crystal that you saw in the large demon's cave entrance.
There is a crystal.
Why is another one of these crystals all over here?
Malachi kind of stops and turns to look at them as they're talking about this crystal, and then pulls the mask back out of his bag and puts it on.
Alrighty. You don't see anything extra.
Okay. He's going to keep it on as he continues to move on after hearing the voice say that the dead are waiting, so he can potentially spot any spirits that may need help.
Funny you should mention that. But we're not there yet. Okay, so you guys pick up the little shard crystal?
Yeah.
Kiriki, did you ever tell them you have a piece?
Of the shard crystal?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I figured, so I wanted to ask. Alright, so you guys can keep going down this branched off hallway, and it actually will loop around back to the main hallway. Not very far, only about 40, 50 feet down. Or you can keep going straight. Either way, after about 75 feet, it'll curve off to the left. You'll see a small dugout section on the curve itself, but there's no shard there or anything, just where somebody was digging. But you do see another hallway as it curves around, almost at the elbow of this bend. It goes for about 80 feet and then turns to the left itself. This hallway is about 20 feet wide. And Malachi, as you y'all are passing this hallway, continuing around the curve, or if you stop, you'll get this feeling of pain coming from this hallway. Like something or somebody is very hurt.
He'll like stop at the intersection where it starts to loop around, and then he'll like look down the hallway and just kind of glance back to the group. This way. And he'll go towards the pain.
All right. Get to the end of that where it branches or where it turns to the left. This is a very thick, 25 feet little entrance into a very large circular sacrificial chamber. It is about 100 feet across. It is about 60 feet wide. There are 5 small altars or sacrificial altars in the middle of this room with benches lining it. Stone benches, and there are 2 sacrificial altars on opposite sides of this room, and there are sconces on the wall all around it, so that this room is lit up decent. It's not lit up bright, but it keeps like a dim glow that reflects nicely off the mist on the ground. So a little nice ambiance there. Malachi, you feel the pain and you hear like a little bit of a crying, and you look towards the altar. And you see what could be the saddest thing that Malachi has possibly ever seen.
It's a pretty high bar, but okay.
That's fair. You see a little girl, small, brown eyes, brown hair, brown buns, kind of at the back of her head. And she just looks like she's in pain. And she's crying, and she's wearing a white tunic. And then she just kind of absorbs into the altar itself.
Malachi will approach the altar.
All right.
The little girl.
You see there's the usual stains. I'm sorry, what?
I just said that the girl disappeared into.
Yeah.
He kind of runs his hands over the stains across the altar and closes his eyes. Spirits, I'm here to help. And he waits to see what happens.
What are you guys doing as he walks over there? And you said this out loud, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you heard him say that while he's rubbing the altar.
Andrek's just keeping his eyes out, making sure that nothing tries to sneak up on him.
It's a pretty good idea.
Eldora's just kind of watching, not really sure exactly what's going on, but assuming that there is something she just can't see that's happening.
Do you want to make a perception check and see if you can see?
Actually, yeah, if I can do that.
Yeah, do it. You do that shit. You do it so well. Kiriki, you want to do it too?
No,
Okay.
I can't.
I want to see dead children.
I don't
Whoa.
have special eyes like Aldora has.
I don't know. Let's find out. What'd you get?
22.
22. That is pretty special, especially with this light. The good thing about this light is it shines really good. It even helps reflect light. Like that mask on the ground next to Malachi's feet. Like you can see light reflecting off of that. It's pretty cool. It's like the one he's got on.
And even lets you see dead people.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it. So Malachi, after a little bit, you say that, you feel the pain, but nobody says anything. Nothing happens.
He kind of furrows his brow and then asks again, "Pained spirits, I'm a follower of Hades. I have come to ease your suffering. I bid that you let me."
You hear the softest and lightest crying sound. Almost like a whimpering that's being suffocated or silenced.
Would he have noticed the second mask laying at his feet?
I mean, after Aldora puts some light on it. Maybe after he looks around, if you want.
He looks down and sees the second mask and picks it up and looks back at the rest of the group. He takes the one off of his face and kind of compares them. Is there any semblance of difference between the two? Like, do they have different energy?
Oh, roll a vibe check.
Hell yeah.
Roll a charisma check. Or perception.
It's only a 14.
Okay. They feel different, but you can't really put your finger on it. Like they look the same and they feel the same weight, but there's just something different about them.
He will take the one that he's already been wearing, the one that he used last time, and put it into his bag again, and then try to don the other one.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, please roll wisdom saving throws. Kiriki, what's going through her mind while she watches him do this?
Do y'all know that GIF from that GTA game? Oh shit, here we go again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you also, now that you know what it is, you can actually choose to fail it if you would like.
Quick question: is this a spell?
It is, yeah.
I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Oh,
Good God.
All right. Aldora, how'd you do?
I got a 28.
Okay. So you actually passed the DC. So you can choose, because you know what's happening. You feel your body kind of vibrating, and you feel your skin getting tingly, and your body feels faint. The same thing that you felt last time. What do you want to do? Because you actually can make the choice.
Like a reaction or
A decision. Do you want to go?
sure.
All the best decisions started with
Sure.
Okay. Andrak, you failed.
That's the natural 20 for a 26.
Ah, that sucks.
He failed up.
Yeah, not enough. Almost there, but not enough. I did say that the mask was actually, so the DC was the creator's DC, and this was made by somebody specific who loves his masks. Actually, it's punishing people, but it's fine. Kiriki, how'd you do?
8.
8. Ugh, you passed. You don't have to go. Kidding, you're fucking going. Malachi, how'd you do?
Rolled a 12, but after you said so, I'm deciding to fail.
Fair enough. You know what's going on. You put that mask on with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys feel tingly. You feel warmth. You feel warmth on your skin. Bright sun. It's so beautiful. You hear the chatter of people, but you're laying down. The sun is coming through a window, almost like it's a morning time, like a dawn. As the light comes through, kind of an orange, and you hear somebody saying, "Hey, can y'all wake up? Hello? Andrak? Kirky? Aldora? Malachi?"
Malachi rolls off of whatever he was asleep on, I assume a bed.
Yeah, it's a bed, but it's like a stone bed instead of like a wooden cot. And you can see at the bottom of the stone, it looks like there's an opening where a chest is.
Kind of rolls off of it and looks around who's talking to them.
You can see a younger gentleman. He's probably mid-20s, reddish-brown hair, green eyes, a bit of rough skin. He's wearing leather armor with a helmet on that has like a red plume coming down it. And this leather armor has blue background scheme to it with intricate designs over it. He has a blue cape draped over his back that is fastened together by a golden emblem over his right shoulder. And he has that kind of skirt look that comes down from the leather armor. And he is carrying a sword on his side. It is bronze. And he has a bow on his back.
Do I recognize this fit?
You do not see him. The armor, go ahead and roll a history, perception, arcana, religion, acrobatics, whatever you choose to do.
Oh boy, athletics check?
Yeah, do it.
Backflip for knowledge. I'm going to roll a religion check, I think.
All right, anybody rolling anything? How'd y'all do? Andrak, how'd you do on your backflip?
A 10.
10 backflip. That's disappointing for Madrak.
Fucking sad.
He's short Drac again, oh no.
I mean, you did just wake up. Your body feels... Your mind is awake, body not so much. Feels weird.
Malachi got a 21 religion check.
All right. You know this is kind of the garb of Athena, but it's different. It's got Athena vibes to it, but it's different, and you can't quite place it.
Yeah, well, he'll stand up and examine himself and the rest of the party. Do we all look similar to we did in the last vision?
Yep. Your facial features look familiar. Your physicality is slightly familiar, but not quite yourselves.
Is Andrak short?
Andrak is short.
Knowing
Kirky is not ugly.
never really
Kirky
was.
is clean and soapy.
Kiriki is never ugly. She's just creepy.
Yeah. He kind of looks over at the person who's talking to them. What is it? What do you need?
We got a strange one. We have a bit of a problem. So somebody's cart was found, and that's not the problem actually. But a lady's daughter has been missing for about a month. We need y'all to go watch over the mom, make sure she's okay.
Do you have any leads on where the daughter is gone?
No, we got another group watching that or looking for her, and a whole bunch of people are all over it. The parents are all over it. Everybody's looking for this little girl right now. We just need to make sure the mom, we need to talk to her, find out what she knows about the daughter, where she's been, stuff like that. We need y'all to go over there and take care of that. Is that okay?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Where are we?
You're in the barracks.
Barracks where?
Really?
Yes?
You're in Orlandia.
Can I roll a history check on what I know about that place?
Sure.
I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
History checks all over.
Oof.
Andrak, backflip.
He's good at history. It's so weird.
It's almost like he's old as shit or something.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Aldora, how'd you do?
14.
14. All right. Kiriki?
15.
Okay. Malachi, 16.
17.
Oh, wow, that's weird. Andrak, how'd you do?
20.
Backflip?
That's his history check.
Oh, shit. Never heard of this place.
Hmm.
Does not sound familiar. Aldora, I will say that while the garb does look a little familiar to you, like it has hints of Athena vibes, it is not specific to Athena or 100% familiar. Like, it's close, and then you're like, but that's not right. Or it has this, but that's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Aldora's gonna just straight up ask, what god do you worship?
He almost looks offended. I don't think this is the time. We have a missing girl, and the mother's probably out of her mind. This is not the time to talk about our goddess Athena.
Malachi is going to turn to the chest that was under the stone slab he was sleeping on and check it for gear and clothes and stuff like that.
You open it up, you see a few sets of clothes, normal, just all about town clothes, tunic, sandals. Then you see what is neatly folded, armor, helmet, cape, sandals. You see a few weapons in there. Actually, we'll let you choose whatever bronze weapons y'all want to use on this one. Whatever's in that chest is yours. And you can have some gold. If you would like to roll a D100, that'll be how much gold you get.
All fucking loaded.
Ooh.
Yo, we're rolling in here.
Hey!
Hey, we're killing
Alright, here
it.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
I was hoping for 2 more.
I got
right.
94.
Holy shit.
I got 90.
I got 82.
I got 67.
Damn. How are you the poorest at 67? Like, that's crazy.
Malachi's gonna put on the armor and pull out a bronze sword and attach it to his belt.
Is there a shield and a spear?
In yours, there certainly is.
Cool. He is grabbing a spear and a shield.
Here he also dons armor. And is there 2 short swords or 2 long swords she can utilize, or 1 long sword and a short sword?
Whatever weapons you want to use are in that chest.
Okay, cool. Are there scimitars in there?
There's
Oh, no.
2 scimitars.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Aldora will take wearing armor, shield, longsword.
Alright. Aldora's like poking it like, this is soft. I don't like it.
Yeah.
This armor's mediocre.
This armor is
It will suffice.
leather.
Alright.
I already feel the wounds coming through it.
So you guys, he stands there impatiently waiting, and then you guys step outside with him, and he points down the street, and he goes, now you want to take the 3rd left. 3rd. Their house is on the right after about, I don't know, like 150 feet.
Thank you.
It's red. The parents are pretty rich.
I understand. We'll go and meet with the mother. Thank you.
Yep. Y'all, good luck. And he like goes over to a long post, and you'll see horses out there. And he unhitches one, or whatever word the Greeks use. But he takes off on his horse, and you see there are 4 more out there.
Probably been a fucking minute since Malachi rode a horse, so
Andrak begins walking off before anybody can stop him.
Andrak,
Uh,
let's
what?
while we're within this place, let's maintain appearances. And he'll
What do you mean?
he'll gesture over to the horses.
He'll look at the horses for a moment, and then he will turn and walk away still.
No, you're not understanding. We're supposed to be some kind of guards or soldiers. If people expect us to be riding around on these horses, we should at least entertain the concept. It will help us fluidly navigate this vision.
He shakes his head. I do not like equines.
You're obsessed with boats, but you're not going to ride a fucking horse.
I do not like
Sorry.
equines. They kick. I have been kicked by many.
You fought a 14-foot lizard woman, but you're scared of a horse kick.
No, I just do not like horses.
She was a snake woman, by the way.
He said what he said.
Malachi's racist. We all knew that. He is evil, according to Kevin.
Lawful,
True.
but yes. He did not flinch when Kiriki shoved a poison leaf into a man's throat, I will say.
He deserved it. It's fine.
He did.
Okay, fine. Have it your way.
Malachi, do you get on a horse?
Malachi's gonna get on a horse, yeah.
All right.
Eldora will do the same.
They stay there for you to mount. How long has it been since Malachi rode a horse?
Oof. I'm gonna say maybe 30, 40 years.
So, yeah, he gets on this horse and he's like checking the reins, looking around. You don't have a saddle, but you do have reins. And it's like when somebody gets in the car and they're checking where the blinker is and the windshield wipers, just to make sure you know where all the buttons are. So you're like looking at it, you're like pulling it slightly, and it doesn't really move. So you pull slightly, give it a little bit of nudge, a little bit of a nudge with your foot. It starts moving.
Kind of like rotates his shoulders a little bit once he gets settled in. It's been a while. Good to see. It's like they say, you only have to learn how to ride a horse once.
Eldora's
Don't get too
rode T-Rexes. I'm sure she can ride a horse.
Actually, that's a good point. So does she sit on this thing and she's like weak?
Yeah.
This thing is pathetic. It can't even eat a person.
Your power is inferior, equine.
Andrak does not give a shit. He is not riding a horse at the moment.
Yeah.
Eldora,
And
look at the
as-
horse. Don't let me down.
As you guys look out over the city, like it is amazing. Like you could kind of equate it to the peak of Athens that you've seen before. There are people and buildings everywhere. Some of the buildings look tall, like up to 3 stories, and that is very rare. There's one very tall, towery one that it's square and goes straight up, and it's about 6 stories high with a point at the top. And you pass like a little pond with a fountain coming out of it, attached to a white building with columns at the top of some stairs. And there's about 3 buildings that overlook this fountain. You can see people walking around, carts. You can see tents with people selling stuff, fruits and vegetables everywhere. People wearing these all kinds of different colors and dyes, reds, tans, browns, purples, blues. Everybody's walking around smiling, happy. People will wave at you as you pass by.
Really,
it looks
fairly wealthy,
friendly.
happy society here, huh?
Yeah, very, very wealthy. This is a very large city compared to what you're used to. Very, very large. Kiriki, would you want to ride a horse or would you want to walk with Andrak?
I like to think that Kiriki gives off slightly animalistic vibes that animals tend to avoid her, so the horses do not like Kiriki.
That's fair. Okay. So Andrak and Kiriki are walking, and Eldora and Malachi are horseback. That'll come in handy in case you have to foot pursuit somebody. But I will, to give you kind of a size difference with this town, there's roughly 8,800 people in this city. And for like a city back then, that's huge.
Right. Absolutely massive.
Yeah. So you guys go 3 streets down, take a left, and then you see the large villa on the right that is red. And you can see a few of the people in uniforms like you walking around. You see 4 to 5 outside, just kind of looking and checking things, maybe talking to neighbors and stuff like that. Like as you pass by, you can hear like muttered and huddled conversations about what's going on. What have they seen? Stuff like that.
Malachi will probably ride up to the front entrance of the villa and tie up the horse on somewhere nearby, and then head into the villa to meet these people.
Yeah, you head inside, and in the main room, the main entrance to this villa, the first thing you see is a crying couple that I have to get to because I have to close a lot of stuff. You see a older gentleman, mid-50s. He has white hair, kind of tan skin, a little bit of weight to him, not much. He's wearing like a purple tunic. He doesn't look like he's been outdoors in a long time. Like maybe he walks around, but not a worker. The woman is probably about 4 inches shorter than him. She has blonde hair, blue eyes. Her hair is kind of short-cut. She has tan skin. Also, I'm not going to say a lot of weight to her, but she is a hefty gal. She
Size is wealth.
Yes, she is wealthy, so there's that. She's wearing like a dark green tunic over white, like a white under tunic that she has, and they're both crying and talking to people in uniforms like you, and the people in uniforms nod at you and greet you as you come in.
Do
the
uniforms that we have on signify any kind of rank? Do we seem to be like higher ranked individuals?
You haven't seen anything that would signify that.
Okay. Just trying to gauge whether or not he's supposed to be like a captain of the guard or something like that.
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. So outside, you did see one man wearing a red cape instead of a blue one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take note of that, but he would have still gone in to meet the couple.
All right. So the guy who's talking to them, he kind of points off into another room as you guys come in, and then he goes back to questioning them about how long this, how long that.
The room that he pointed us to, what's going on over there if we take a look over in that direction?
Everybody's with Malachi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
I just want to make sure. And Jack, you're the loose cannon here. I got to make sure you're with them.
He's following.
Okay.
His stubby little legs.
You never know. I didn't want you to I climb up the balcony and break into their home from above.
And then do a backflip off their roof.
Yep.
And stick it.
I don't know, different body. All right, so you guys go in there. You see a woman sitting in a chair looking at paintings like she's judging them, like they're in her hands, and she's kind of looking at them, setting it down, looking at another one, setting it down. She's younger, probably low 20s. She has dark green eyes, like with a bit of blue tint to it. She has pale skin, brown hair. She's not very tall, probably about 5'6", but she's just sitting there on a sofa.
I will approach her. Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
We're here to help investigate the disappearance of the little girl.
Well, I've already told people, so I don't know what you want.
The paintings you're admiring there are those of her.
No, they're ones I was thinking about buying.
I see. Sorry for misunderstanding. Could you reiterate for us? Afraid we haven't gotten a detail on what's happened yet.
She sighs and then just kind of sits back. What do you want to know? I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening.
What is, start with what's your relation to the family?
I'm their daughter.
The older daughter, then?
No,
Younger.
my daughter is the one that's missing.
I'm confused. The two being questioned in the hall are your parents,
Yes.
and your daughter is the one that is missing.
Yeah, which is why I'm confused as to why you're asking me questions instead of out there looking for my baby.
To figure out where the fuck she went.
Kirky,
Asking. Sorry.
it's okay.
No, I'm not sorry. You sit in here, judge us as if we're not trying to help you. Instead of being a bitch, you could answer our fucking questions.
She makes like a snide, ugh, look. Okay, fine. Ask your question.
You don't seem to be terribly concerned,
I'm very concerned.
and yet you're looking at paintings to buy them.
What would you rather me do? Pace? Weep? Cry? Curse the gods? What do you want me to do?
Perhaps be more eager to share information with those who are searching.
Okay. Ask your questions. I'd hate to just reiterate the same thing for the 30th time for no reason. I would rather cater to you, so go ahead. Ask.
This bitch's daughter isn't about to be the only thing missing.
Malachi, breathes out for a short moment, just a long sigh. Okay, where was the last place your daughter was seen?
She says, the last time I saw her, I dropped her off at the nanny's 31 days ago.
And this nanny has...
Kidnapped her. I don't know where she is.
The nanny is also missing.
Yes. I mean, if she kidnapped her and we don't know where my daughter is... She makes a snide look at you.
Is there any reason besides monetary gain that you could think of somebody wanting to steal your child?
No.
Yes, well, he kind of looks around the room. It appears you're very wealthy, so we'll assume ransom first. But you haven't received any word, have you?
No.
Very well. I don't feel like you're going to be... we're not going to need any more information from you. We'll leave you be.
At least the other ones asked for names. Are you new? Or are you just stupid?
Frankly, ma'am, I'm
Next
just...
time you make a snide remark like that, I will remove your mouth.
She sneers at Kiriki, but just sits there and crosses her arms.
With all honesty, ma'am, it just seems like you're not very helpful right now. We'll get the information from someone else.
Okay.
He kind of turns and pushes Kiriki along with him. Okay, so your mother's useless. Perhaps the captain out front might know more. Be more, helpful to our investigation. Does anybody have any thoughts before we go?
I guess we could ask the parents. They might be more linked to give us info than the bitch in the room.
I do not believe she cares that her daughter is missing.
I don't think so either.
People deal with grief in different ways. I'm not ready to reserve that judgment upon her yet, but she certainly wasn't helpful. Let's go ask the grandparents.
Yeah, you go out there and you say they are crying. They are hysterical. But they're talking to the gentleman that gestured for this room that you guys passed.
Who's the gentleman? What's he look like again?
He's wearing a guard uniform like you guys. He's got the leather armor on, the leather helmet with the red plume that comes out the top, and he has a blue cape.
Malachi will approach them and look at the guard. Well, we'll take it from here. Go ahead and see what else needs to be done.
He mouths thank you and walks out the door. The mother is like, oh my god, are you gonna find her? Are you gonna find our baby? She was like a second daughter to us.
We're going to do our best.
Khalida, just walk down the street screaming it, please.
Khalida
with a D, but some people pronounce it with a T depending on where they're from. It's a cultural thing.
Khalida. And you are?
My name is Sindora. And this, Gioranthros. Gioranthros was the grandfather. He holds out his hand to grasp your forearm.
Please find our granddaughter. We miss her. We love her very much.
Yes, we talked with your daughter just a moment ago. She didn't seem too concerned as you are.
She's broken up inside.
Perhaps. She told us that your granddaughter was taken to a nanny before missing
Yes.
for the disappearance.
Yes. Zanessa Xanthus Ganelius. That's what her name was. Xanthus was her nickname. That's what she went by. I've never met her, but our daughter took her there apparently.
Was this nanny your grandchild's regular nanny?
No, I guess not, because I watched her a lot. But she said she dropped her off with the nanny, and then her name was Zanessa Xanthus Ganelius. That's all we know, though. We don't really know her.
Where does this nanny live? Do you know?
We don't. Our daughter gave another gentleman her address. They don't have that. They don't have addresses. She gave another gentleman directions to the house.
Understood. We'll confer with our compatriots and follow up on that. Do you have any reason to believe that your granddaughter would be harmed or would be in danger with this nanny.
She like gasps and starts crying harder, and the guy like kind of takes her and puts his arm around her, puts her head on his shoulder. We don't know, to be honest. I mean, hopefully, if it's a ransom thing, then they wouldn't hurt her.
You've received no correspondence for a ransom.
None at all. But we would gladly pay it.
I'm sure you would. Did your granddaughter... I'm sorry, this hasn't been clarified for me yet. How old is she exactly?
She's 2. She's so young.
What does the nanny look like?
I'm sorry?
What does the nanny look like?
We don't know. We've never met her. I mean, I heard the description. She said she was tan and overweight, but we don't know what else. That might be rude. I should probably rephrase it. She was tan and plump.
The only one who met her your daughter?
Yeah.
And your daughter was the last one seen with the child?
Yeah.
Why
Yes,
weren't
sorry.
you said you were the one who was normally the nanny, correct?
It's our granddaughter, so I wouldn't call it a nanny, but yeah, usually I watched her.
Why did you not have the child this time?
She was taking her to a job that she was going to out of town.
Your daughter works?
Yeah.
What does she do?
To be honest, we don't really know. She works at a place where they make plays.
Kiriki's gonna walk back towards the room for the daughter.
Oh shit.
Malachi is lost in thought and does not, with his 11 passive perception, realize this at first. So he's kind of still gonna hang out with the grandparents.
You see
you
her.
hear the sound of blades being drawn from the scabbards, though.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's about to get real.
She'll probably go stop her.
Yeah, he like looks up suddenly, shocked, and turns. He's like, Kiriki.
Kiriki's already back in the room. All right. Now listen
You see
up.
the lady like tracing her fingers over a painting.
All right. You're going to answer more questions. And if I hear a peep of sarcasm or disrespect, I will remove your mouth. And Kiriki has both swords drawn. What's up?
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. Evil cop's back.
This is the shit they can't do in procedural crime dramas.
I think this is the first time I've had anxiety this entire
Different culture, different rules.
campaign.
10.
New.
She just kind of leans over towards you with her fingers on the painting. You cannot hurt me.
That's where you're wrong.
Malachi runs into the room at this point and steps between them. Kiriki, this isn't the right way to handle this.
What does the nanny look like? You are the only one who has met her.
She looks like a nanny.
You don't seem to care about finding this girl.
Malachi
Of course I care.
Malachi turns around to face her. What the fuck does that mean? She looks like a nanny. Give us physical descriptors, woman.
She has dark skin. She's hefty.
I want to
Wait,
know if she's lying.
Is this the mother of the daughter?
This is the mother of the daughter.
She's a bitch.
She says, I can give you directions to where she lives if that would make you feel better.
13 insight.
If you wanna
13
be- Oh, I'm sorry.
insight. No, you're good. You're not sure what to make of her.
Could I do an insight?
Sure.
14.
You're not sure what to make of her. So she looks towards Kiriki, past Malachi. So, if you're not done here, I would ask that next time you come in here, bring some fruit. I'm a little
You're
hungry.
not going to give us directions. You better start walking and taking us to where you dropped your daughter off.
What's wrong with directions? Can't follow them?
No. I just have a feeling you did this yourself.
She looks appalled. If you say anything like that again, I will have my father talk to the governor, and I will have you arrested.
Do I look like I care?
I
Now
think
go.
you look good without a head.
So would you.
At
And I
this
don't need a
point,
clear down.
third-body person to take it.
I think I'm inclined to agree with Kiriki on this. You have been nothing
Fine.
but disrespectful and unhelpful. You clearly do not care about your daughter's well-being, and you clearly do not care that she is missing. You are probably the only person who would remove her. This so-called nanny doesn't seem like she actually exists.
Do you have kids?
No.
Then shh. I'll lead you. Let me get an apple, and then we can leave.
Adrak will look at Kiriki. At this point, I would not blame you.
Malachi is standing there. He's been kind of quiet with you guys engaging with her this way, but you see, like, his fist is clenched, like white knuckles. Like, he's also pissed, but he's trying to restrain himself as much as possible here. Okay. Get your apple. Take us to the nanny's home.
Thank you.
He turns to Kiriki as this lady walks away to go get her apple. He turns to Kiriki. Listen, she's a total bitch. But if you're gonna kill her, at least wait until we're, somewhere secluded.
Why?
Because this place is as real reality can be. And if we start a fight in the middle of this villa, the 13 or 14 guards that are posted around this place searching for the girl are going to come down on us like a hammer.
This would not be the first villa we fought in. And she'll, walk out. It really isn't, because we all met that dude in the villa.
Yeah. He rubs the back of his neck. This is going to be a lot more difficult than the last one.
So she gets her apple, eats it, and you guys start walking down the street. Do you get the horses?
No.
No, this bitch is gonna walk.
After she eats the whole apple and has just the core left, Kiriki, she will offer it to you.
I will shove that in your mouth if you try again.
She just kind of raises her eyebrows and tosses it in the grass. And she walks, and eventually you guys come to a gathering of buildings, a small complex, you could call it. You see a sign out front that says the Aegean Heights.
Shut the fuck up.
She says she has a room that she rents out of here. Top floor, all the way to the back. I will wait here.
No, you will not.
I'm sorry, little man. Why not?
Because you are going to show us the exact room.
I'm tired of walking.
I do not care.
Miss, I couldn't help but, I can't help but point out that we're the authority here. You must do as we say.
Especially
poor.
since...
That's what you meant to say.
Your wealth has nothing on these streets. Not with us. I don't care how rich you are. You will listen.
And if I
you are-
don't?
You will go to jail.
She laughs.
I was thinking something else, but... Yes.
You are literally suspect number one. If you do not provide us with sufficient evidence that proves that you are not, we will just arrest you for the crime.
That's your last warning. Don't make me get my daddy.
Malachi reaches over and grabs her by the back of her shirt and pushes her into the building.
Oh. Huh. I like a strong hand. How did you know?
Shut up.
Fine. We can walk. You guys go to the top floor and go all the way to the back, like she said. And she gets to the very end of it, and she walks slow. But you guys get to the last room at the end of the platform. It's top stairs, 3 stories up, and it's empty. Maybe she moved or ran away. Where's my daughter? She kidnapped her and took her and fled. You can see she actually has a little bit of emotion in her face now.
Okay, can I investigate this room to see if it's even been lived in the last, 6 months?
Sure.
I'll do the same.
Yeah. You open the door. It's simple doors, no locks or deadbolts back then.
Aldora's smarter. I'm going to give her the help action.
All right. So you help out Aldora.
Aldora, you get advantage.
Investigation or perception?
Not 20.
Good God. This session was scientifically engineered to piss off Todd.
Well, this is fun. It has not been lived in the last 6 months.
This location, it's false. No one's been here for a long time.
I must have been confused. She lived here. I know it.
Malachi is going to push her by her shoulder up against the wall and look at her. And he's going to, like, kind of stare her down really aggressively. You're going to be honest with me now. First, you're going to tell me why you suddenly needed a nanny with your mother being able to take care of your daughter. And then you're going to tell me why you've lied to us about this nanny. And then you're going to tell us where your daughter is. And I'd like to roll an intimidation check.
Do it.
I'd like to give the help action.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah. All right. So how are you helping? What do you want to do?
He's pointing his spear towards her with a
Oh, shit.
glare.
I got a 24.
All right. Oh, fuck. She's very intimidated. I was headed out of town for a job, okay? I had to go. I was getting a nanny, said she could watch my daughter while I was away. Okay? And I don't know where she is, but I feel like she's close by. She's not too far away. She can't be.
Why would you need a nanny? Your mother is usually the one to watch your daughter.
Because I was going out of town.
This poses no answer to my question. Your mother could still watch your daughter while you were out of town.
I wanted my daughter to go with me.
Wait. You left your daughter with a nanny before you left town?
Well, I stopped by my boyfriend's.
Malachi, like, hangs his head, shakes it. Nothing, you...
His name is Antonius. You can go ask him. I was there with him.
What do you do for work?
I help recruit actors and actresses for plays for the city.
Where did you find this nanny?
The market. I was having problems, and she offered to help. She did a good job, so I offered for her to watch my little baby.
And
What problems were you having?
She was crying because she wanted something, and I didn't want her to have it.
Your daughter, not the nanny.
Yeah, I don't know what the nanny wanted.
And this nanny
She
was
was there buying nanny stuff.
This nanny was supposed to accompany you on your trip, is that correct?
Yes. No, the nanny was just watching her for a day so I could stop by my boyfriend's and, get a little refill before the trip. She looks at Kiriki. You know what I mean.
I do not know what that means.
Your explanations, they make no sense, and they run around each other. There's falsehoods with every second word you speak, it feels like.
It's because you're not listening.
Why
are you talking to me? Go find my daughter.
Let me reiterate to you what I understand. You're going on a business trip out of town. You wanted your daughter to come with you, so you hired a nanny to watch your daughter while what? I assume you're going to do your business. But this...
She looks at you and kind of leans forward. Sex.
He face palms. He's like, you never had a business trip, did you?
Of course I did.
So you trusted your daughter to this random woman
That you just met.
so you could go fuck a man?
Yeah. We all make mistakes. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I won't do it again.
Well, I guess we'll go see if the boyfriend corroborates your story. Let's go.
He pushes her against the wall a little bit and then lets her go.
She looks you up and down.
Tell your father, if he wants to arrest me, he's got plenty of time. He just goes and walks away.
All right.
Is she following us?
No, but we're supposed to watch her, so do you want to take her?
Yeah, I told her to follow.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
She's leading us to her boyfriend.
Yep.
She will pretend like she doesn't want to listen to you, Kiriki, but she will happen to be doing it. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing this because you told me to. I'm doing this because I want to. She eventually leads you to the other side of town. It's not the slums, but the nice buildings are out. The 3-story buildings are out. Mm-hmm. You're more of the normal housing now. It's still nicer than what you're used to, especially in the world that, is dead. But eventually you come to a building that has a few younger men in it, low 20s, definitely not boys, but very young men. And you can see it's outside of a university. So it's possible that these are people who are going to get trade skills and who are trying to be learned men for the future of the world. Politicians, maybe. But she says, he lives in there.
You said his name was Antonius?
Yeah.
I like that we have to keep repeating ourselves. Take us to his room. Don't just point.
Take you to his room. I'm not going to invade his house.
He invaded his bed. Sorry.
Beautiful. I love it.
She does not laugh. But that was funny.
Oh no.
She rolls her eyes. Fine. She goes inside, and you guys see there's like quite a few younger men, and you see there's like a small stone piping mechanism, and you see whenever y'all come in, like one of them like throws it over his shoulder, but it bounces off the wall and like goes back on like to his lap, and he's just like holding his breath. You can see his cheeks are puffed out, and everybody's like, "Hello."
Is there an Antonius in here?
This guy with his puffed out cheeks just points through a doorway.
I hope you can hold your breath long enough to hold that smoke in there.
He doesn't respond. He just sits there.
Andrek will go out the doorway.
Okay.
Towards where they pointed.
He's looking for Antonius.
You go through there. You see what could be best described as a goofy-looking guy. He's got like a square figure. He has kind of a pointy nose, round chin, thin lips, dark eyes, like a dark brown, thin eyebrows, and little round ears with short brown hair.
You chose this?
This was your plan.
This is a Oompa
The
Loompa.
guy looks like he was reading a book, and he stops and he looks at Did y'all ever ask her name?
We don't care.
Nope.
All right. He looks at her, and then looks at you guys, and then he like looks at all of you, and he's like, "Oh no,
Are you Antonius?
I don't take part in what they do, and I don't know what's going on here."
Oh, what do they do? Kiriki's gonna come sit on wherever he's sitting, like near him, and like in very intense eye contact.
He like, you can hear like the "Err" as his chair slides a little bit on the floor. They smoke.
We do not care about the herbs they partake in.
So you're
Oh.
telling me that you ever messed around with this woman?
Oh yeah. No. Wait. Why are you asking?
I need you to answer it carefully.
Have you engaged in
truthfully.
coitus with this woman?
Like, in how long?
The day her daughter
Recently.
went missing.
Oh, y'all haven't found her yet?
Motherfucker, answer the question.
Yeah. Wait.
I will
think-
let Kiriki attack you.
Well, I don't know when she went missing. Like, I haven't seen her daughter in a while. Like, I don't know.
Insight check.
Okay.
I would like to insight check the woman,
Okay.
the mother.
Y'all see musical instruments in books. Like, he has a lyre.
Maybe he is a liar.
Oh, I wasn't fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
All right. Malachi, what'd you read on this woman?
She's a bitch. I got a 3.
Well,
She's a
you're
bitch.
still right somehow. Yeah. That 3 got you there. Aldora, inside check on the man.
I got a 13.
You think he might be high.
I think I might be right.
I cannot believe this shit.
Hey, I look, I'm real sorry for what's happened, but I don't have anything to do with none of this. Like, I've told everybody everything. I'm willing to tell you again. I just want to go to school, man.
It's school?
Yeah,
How old are you?
21.
You are older than me.
Haha. And you have a career? That's cool. Good for you, man.
This woman appeared. This woman has come to you for relations before.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that she had a daughter before then?
Yeah, she used to talk about her. I met her a couple of times. She was cute. Oh, I'm sorry. respectfully.
Was.
Well, because I haven't seen her.
What was the name of the nanny again?
The nanny was Zanessa Xanthus Ganelius.
Have you ever heard the name Zanessa Xanthus Ganelius?
Man. You see him, like, look at her, and he's like, she's mentioned the name, but I've never met her.
How has she mentioned the name?
She said she was the nanny, and she was watching Kalida.
I feel like we're not doing this.
Who owns the building that the supposed nanny stayed at?
Oh, man, I have no idea.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking the mother.
Oh, sorry, bro. She, like, looks at you and rolls her eyes. I don't know. Why? You looking for another job? Because you're not very good at this one?
Andrek starts to raise his spear.
She disrespected again. Kirky is going to look at her, and Kirky's eyes will turn. I don't know if Kirky's magic works in this world.
You haven't tried.
We have not tried. Kirky stares very intensely at the girl.
I feel like there is something I'm supposed to pick up on that, and I didn't.
She's trying to cast a spell. Well, not a spell, an ability.
Okay. So, let's talk about the difference between spells and abilities. So, I'm going to use a wizard versus a druid.
Okay.
So, druids use nature and what they have around them and their natural gifts to cast spells, whereas wizards read and study their magic. So, a wizard knows what he knows. A druid has what he grew up with, kind of like a cleric. So, Aldora has her spells because they come from a god that exists here. You might have your spells and abilities depending on if it's something you learned or if it's something you have genetically. Do you know what I mean?
It is something that was given and taught or learned. Because it's intelligence based, so it's something I had to learn on my own.
Okay, then yeah, you know it.
Okay, it's an ability. Kiriki's eyes will turn like blood red, like blood vessels have popped in her eyes, and I need the girl to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, what? She got no fucking strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but she rolled really high.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm -1. That's a 14.
That is a failure, and the girl can feel her body move, and Kiriki says grovel, and the target falls prone, so she'll have to she hits the ground. Essentially, it's almost like command words. Instead, it's bloodbending.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she drops to the ground, and her eyes look confused as she has her palms flat facing you. I'm sorry. You can almost feel like a stutter in her voice. I'm just a pathetic leech. I take money from my parents. I down others to make myself feel better.
Where's your daughter?
I don't know. But I do feel like she's close by. She's not very far. She can't be. I hope not.
You keep saying that. What does that mean?
It means I hope she's not far, because she's my daughter, and I miss her.
Not that much, clearly.
Someone insight check her, because I can't.
Insight check!
Oh my god.
You guys have
That's my
incited her a lot, so...
13!
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Not just 20, let's go, bitch.
Oh my god, what's happening?
You're not sure.
Wait, I'm not sure.
Nope.
Huh.
She keeps saying that, and her mood is kind of off and on, wonky, so it's hard to really put a finger on it.
So what did Kiriki do to her?
Use basically command to make her growl.
Oh, that's pretty rad. So she's groveling?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Shit.
something wrong here.
But she keeps repeating the same words of, she can't be far. I know she's not far, or something along those lines.
Can Andrek roll an Arcana check to see if he recognizes that symptom?
Like what Kiriki did?
No, the repeating a phrase as if it was forced into her brain.
Sure, go ahead. Roll an Arcana check. Y'all see the boyfriend sitting on their couch. He's like, hey, just so you know, we're not together anymore.
Shut up. Nobody asked you.
Okay.
That
You want
is
like a
a
sandwich?
14, because I will be using a use of my knowledge from a past life.
Ah.
Can I
Ifs.
give the help action for that?
I mean, not
If
anymore.
possible. Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's too late. Sorry. If somebody did that to her, she wouldn't have any knowledge of it, so she couldn't even tell you. But it's possible. It's in the realm of possibilities. But you don't know this place or who could have done it.
Weird question. Would I be able to roll a medicine check on that? Or, like, I don't know. See if it was some kind of, like, consumed item that could cause a reaction like that?
Sure. Good. Stick your fingers down her throat.
Oh,
Look at it.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yeah.
I'll be awkward, but... Oh, never mind. That's not gonna go well. It's a 1. Plus 9. So 10.
No. She's just this weird and repetitive.
Adrak's like stroking his chin a little bit.
There's something wrong with her mind.
There's something very, very wrong with her mind. Hey, Macy.
Hmm?
When are we gonna find out what's wrong with her fucking mind?
Next time on... Total Drama Action.
What?
You know, I was kidding. Next time on Dungeon Speak Podcast. You're welcome.